Hello. Anybody here? Hey, Larks. Cool. Thanks. I'm sure I'll have a few show up, but we'll see how that goes. So, how's everybody doing this weekend? Oh, I hear you. Hey, brother. Yeah, Aquarius. There were some. Thanks for letting me know that, Miss Kitty. Aquarius, that was some crazy video going on there. I had that like playing in the background for the last 20 minutes. Hey, old ways. I'm doing good. Mouth's finally starting to heal up. So I'm finally starting to be able to eat a little bit. Soap. Why do your molars taste like soap? Nah, it's well deserved. Oh, she ate cilantro. She's one of them people. No, I would have tried to make it last night, Carol, but I've been working on putting a pool up all week, and I was there till like 8 o'clock last night. When I came home, it was like, eat. shower, and go to bed. Anybody wants to get up there is more than welcome. Hey, chef, how goes it? Potty mouth, huh? So, yeah, I'm wearing pink. Shut your mouth. Takes a real man to be able to pull off pink. I've been pretty good if you're talking to me, chef. I've been watching your videos. I see you've been all around here lately. I figured Barry would probably show up. Yeah, might get Sam wearing. I might have a link if I can remember how to do this. Heck, I ain't been on here in forever. Yeah, Robert gonna keep talking about my pink, and I'm gonna do like one of them slow motion videos when I smoked that pork butt this week. And I'm gonna email it to him. Yeah, I will torture him with it.
What's going on?
Well, hell, howdy, brother.
So yeah, you're wearing pink tonight. It looks good.
I,
I said that, right?
I missed that part.
Is it Saturday night?
Yeah, it's Saturday night.
Oh, see now
No,
here comes.
here he comes.
Yeah.
Barry. Oh, now he's gonna leave. Oh my gosh. Well, Barry, I reckon you got to get up here since Robert just abandoned me.
Okay, my bad.
You hit that back button one too many times.
Oh, I did something. I moved my phone, and it went crazy. Closed out Chrome. Okay, that's great. Go back in the hard way. So what's going on? We got 5 people in the house, and
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's looking forward to the long weekend and doing a little bit of barbecuing and hopefully some remembering, you know.
Yeah.
And, I could never see Memorial Day being a time when we don't pay attention to what it's really for.
I know.
And it's also a good weekend for
That is
having
one thing
fun together.
I do miss about like being up around like Maryland area. Memorial Day, we used to go to them areas.
Yeah,
I mean, we weren't too awful far from Arlington. I mean, I've got a lot of people buried in Arlington. And, you know, we had the class trips where we go watch, the dude, the the soldier protecting, the graves
yeah.
of the unknown soldiers and all that stuff.
Tomb of the Unknown. Yeah, yeah.
We,
That's good stuff.
yeah. Man, have you ever looked at like what the requirements are for them guys?
Yes, and
It,
it's
it
pretty incredible.
yeah, it's crazy.
You should tell people what it entails.
they gotta they're not allowed to drink alcohol for something like 2 years. They're pretty much committed to like a solo barracks for like a year and a half. I mean it's crazy. I mean it's almost like becoming a monk. I mean that's what I compare it to.
Yep, they got to go on a. I think I want to say they have to. They can't be drinking, can't be smoking, anything like that. They've got to be completely pure. And as much as I know, uh, I'm not sure about that. It's been a while since I've seen some of those documentaries on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers and what they've gone through,
No,
what it takes, you know.
because there's. I don't know if a lot of people. Well, there ain't a whole lot of people in here, but you know, there's barracks down below where they march, and they pretty much stay there for. I think they're committed for like 5 years. So they're pretty much almost. I guess it would be like in comparison with being like special forces.
Yeah, and I believe that you have to have served, and I'm not sure, but you may have to. You know what? I don't know. I've learned, it's been too long since I've seen it, but
Yeah, me
there
too.
ain't no knuckleheads. You can't apply for it right as you go in. You don't get to
No.
be a knucklehead and go be there. I watched one man's story, and he was an unknown soldier there, and I forget that's not the name. That's Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, but I think they've got a specific name they go by. But um, uh, he had just got done honoring one of their returning friends that had died, and he continued to serve at his post there, and then he immediately deployed out, and he didn't make it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't let just anybody do it.
Nah, it's almost like the Queen's Royal Guard.
Yeah, yeah, and they're strong too, brother. It's like the beef eaters over there. You know, our folks there, they're standing there, and nothing really, perturbs them unless you cross that line.
Nah.
You know, go past the ropes or do something you're not supposed to. And that'll get them. That'll set them off right quick. But all hours of the day, all kinds of weather.
Yep. But I mean that's what Memorial Day is all about. Is what they do.
Yeah, yeah. And there's going to be, but I really can't see the weekend without it. You know, any chance that we get together to have a barbecue and to cook and enjoy family is a wonderful thing. So that's a lot of it too.
Yeah, we are. We're celebrating the sacrifices that they gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, man, we've had talks before. I had a lot of native blood in me, but there again, you know, I had a lot of. I mean, I'm like third or fourth generation
Yeah.
armed services.
Yeah. There's a lot of military in my family.
And I really wish I'd like talked to them more about that kind of stuff when I was younger. But I do remember like my grandfather, he didn't want to discuss it, man.
No, folks really don't. If they've been to war and seen everything, a lot of times they don't want to talk about it, especially infantry.
Yeah. But I mean, I was watching that Modern Marvels show last night, and they were talking about you know, like the new things ever since like World War II, how far like planes have come, and then the next one was about how far trains have come, and it's like them two kind of work together, you know, delivering products. Because I mean, you look at like a 747, a 747 is basically modeled after the bombers that the military used to use, or still does, but the B-32s.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they were originally modeled after. But it's crazy watching all that. And then they was talking about like trains that they're all going to start being like Wi-Fi and GPS controlled, and they can actually slow the trains down. So if the engineer like dozes off or whatever, they can actually
Yeah.
shut that train down.
Well, that's a good thing then. I mean,
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. Well, people don't realize that, they've been, yeah, I mean, it's a little spooky, but, planes are fly by wire.
right.
A lot of them now, most of them. And to me, it's just scary uh, having that much electronics that they count on. I know they got like backups, but uh, fly by wire means that it's all electronic. There's not any big control cables or anything going from the controls, uh, you know, from the basically the steering wheel of the plane to the flaps or anything like that that are controlling it. It's all electronic signal. And from what I understand, a lot of our new cars are that same way. They send a signal. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
see
don't
a
know.
lot. I mean, they were talking about like a lot of the planes. You know how nowadays, they're starting going into drones and UAVs and all that kind of thing. But
Dude,
they were
I
talking
want,
about they're going to start building drones that has like turbo or not turbo, but like jet engines in them that are as big as my fist. Which I mean, me and you had that whole discussion about like RC cars.
yeah,
They were like 5 horsepower, as big as my fist.
yeah.
But now they're talking jet engines are going to be that size.
Well, no doubt it. They can, I mean, you're basically making a big attack drone, you know,
Yeah,
it can go really fast. Uh, I was watching a clip earlier of a Russian, as over there in Ukraine. Uh, Probably shouldn't say nothing, but there's uh, one of the trenches,
yeah.
and it had a soldier in there, and a drone come over and dropped a throwable device, over there, dropping the boom boom devices there, right?
I
Dropped it
reckon.
right on this guy.
Hold on a second. Um, is this the first time Gilbert's seen me shaved?
I don't know.
Because she's like, you're 18 or 20.
I know. She should have seen you when you didn't have nothing on your face. Boy, looked like Radar O'Reilly coming in there.
Yeah, I used to race RC cars too. And it's kind of funny now that a lot of um, bushcraft channels that I watch, a lot of them are starting to like really go into RC cars.
Really,
Yeah, that
going from bush.
bushcraft Joe. He's got a bunch of RC videos, and there's a couple others I can't think of right offhand.
That's that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
No,
Fun.
I'm not 18 or 20. Well, my birthday is 6/11, so I keep telling everybody I'm turning 28.
You take what you can get. If she thinks you're 18 to 20, you let her think that. Oh,
No, then she's gonna be like, "And you're giving me gardening advice?"
well, you're bad as me. You ain't giving nobody no gardening advice. I ain't seen neither one of us making any gardening videos.
Well, my dog made a gardening video.
I know you were doing terrible things to that dog, trying to lead it down the wrong path.
Hey, gear, brother.
Out there showing us your feet. God. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool. The radio controlled cars. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like going from bushcrafting to that, and I was like, well, is there a lot of folks that are doing that? I mean, I've seen some videos for it. I don't know.
Puppet master. Interesting. Ain't nothing wrong with a little sniffing some mint. We don't have that many in Tennessee. When I really got into them, I was working up in Michigan, and I was doing like dirt track RC cars. But in the next town over, we have like some streetcar drift tracks, but I'm not into that. That takes way too much setup. I thought it was bad when my dirt track truck had 100 chassis. That ain't nothing compared to a drift RC car.
Will they do the drift racing with those? Huh?
Yeah,
I
I
guess they
mean,
do everything else.
some of them, man, you know, they set the body down, 2 millimeter little clearance, kind of like something you drive in California.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I mean, they put almost as much money and time into like the composites that the tires are made out of.
But you can make some really cool tracks out in the woods.
Yeah.
Have some bushcraft RC action like that, where you make all these jumps like you see the BMX riders.
Yeah, I used to do that with my bicycles.
That's good stuff.
No, I'm not from Michigan. I just spent a couple years up there working, man. But I did see when I was back into RC, like hot and heavy, the RC grand finale for like stadium trucks was like 25 grand prize, and it was in like Vegas or LA. It just varied by the year. But I like playing with the big 4-wheel drive ones too.
Yeah.
When you turn them things too fast at 75 miles an hour, they have a tendency to roll.
Well, I'll tell you what. I really want to know when they're going to have a remote control submersible that you can put in the water and not have a wire. I want some radio control under the water action.
They got them,
That's,
man. They got underwater. They got remote control submarines with
yeah, but they've
cameras
all
on.
got wires. They got wires, don't they? Every one I've seen has got a wire.
I don't think so.
Uh, yeah, I have not seen it. Of course, I don't think I've spent a whole lot of time looking for them yet. But
No, that's like we was talking about that little RC boat. You drive it around, it pulls like a lure behind it, and you can use it to catch fish.
yeah,
But I'd
I've
say
seen that.
anything like that or a submarine or anything, I would not trust unless I had like a fishing reel tied to it. Unless you feel like going swimming.
No, you better have it made like a Ranger with foam in it. You know, have the whole thing made out of foam.
Yeah.
I remember them old commercials back in the day where they got whatever his name is, the guy that was the Ranger owner, and he's standing out there, and this boat's got holes all in it. It's not sinking. That's a good boat.
Yeah.
Foam makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's like that paddle boat I told you I bought. I mean, I could buy a kayak or, a canoe that supports, maybe what, 500 pounds.
Yeah,
That paddle boat supports like 800 just because, the whole hull's filled with foam. You just got to make sure you don't get any water in there because that foam will get waterlogged.
yeah. But it'll keep you afloat till you get back to the shore at least.
Yeah, and I mean, where I go, I'm on kind of a small little 30-foot wide creek most
Yeah,
of the time.
you're gonna work them legs out, brother, when you get on there.
Oh, I've been on it. I've had that thing for about 3 years now.
Oh, okay.
I've got like hideout, like all the rails they put on bass boats and all that crap.
Yeah.
I've got all that. I've got the rod holders, all that on this little paddle boat.
Have you still got the paddle boat mechanism in there?
Yeah, it still has it.
Okay.
I'd really like to pull it out and just put a motor down in the middle of it and be done with it, though.
Hey, the paddling around is kind of fun as long as you don't have to do it all day or something. And it's got a trolling motor on it. Boom.
Yeah.
I thought about getting a trolling motor for my canoe. Thought about that.
So you got a flat back?
No, it's pointed on both ends, but I'm thinking about making it into like a canoe moran, having some outriggers on it. Where I can get out there on the lake, stretch out, move around, and not worry about my big self thumping it over.
So that's what I thought about if I was going to get a kayak. Maybe I'd put an outrigger on it or something.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, lay out.
You got to think, my little creek, if I go about a mile down that creek, I'm on the Tennessee or the Cumberland River.
Yeah.
You're talking a whole lot of current and, boats that professionally fish for paddlefish and all that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
NFP Fish Keeper, thanks for stopping in, brother. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, too.
I seen Tennessee Fish Keeper. I seen him.
I've talked to him on and off here and there. I follow him.
I think I've been in one of his live, one or two of his lives a while back. I think I'm subscribed, but he's got a live stream going a good bit, or I see him pop up in the live streams. I'm not sure.
Yeah. When I first started talking to him, I thought he was an aquarist, like, had an aquarium kind of. That's what kind of fish keeper I thought he was.
People keep. I'm breaking a rule now. I should be using my real name so people know who I am, but I don't know. Maybe this is better. It depends on how goofy I am. But people calling me Homestead Aquarium and Aquatics and aquaponics and everything else.
Homestead.
Homestead Aquaponics, Homesteading Aquarium. That's
Well,
what I've gotten
okay.
a lot.
Maybe that is where I found him. Maybe when I was going into the whole aquarium side of things.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, before you leave, do you follow what is it? K something Aquarius? They were going through the gathering, like in LA or something.
I do not.
No, I was talking to Tennessee Fish Keeper.
Oh, sorry.
They had a line wrapped around that building. He showed a picture this morning. Barry, are you going to step up here, or are you just on silent tonight? And Hubert, maybe you do need a paddle boat. Yeah, I've kept aquariums. I think maybe that's where we started talking. I guess now that I think about it, I've had aquariums since I was like 8 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, I love me some aquariums.
Oh, we got somebody here.
He's wearing a pink shirt too, is he? Oh,
Yep.
gee. Okay.
Hey,
Hey.
I figured since your buddy didn't come up and he came up on mine last night, I'd help him out. Might have the cats fighting in the background, Barry picked up one of them last night and it almost tore him up. Like, isn't she
Freya.
cute?
Freya, she tore a big hole in Mama's arm when she got home today. I'm like, what happened there? Well, your girl got me.
Oh my gosh! With what, her nails or her teeth?
Yeah, her nails. I mean,
okay.
You know how puppy nails are. Well, puppy teeth are super sharp
just
too.
as bad. Yeah, they're both just as bad. And as you get older too, you get tissue paper. Not that your wife is. I'm older. That it just tears you up real quick in the outdoors community. Oh, Robert, what you were saying? That's why I came up. I was researching today. They have dolphins. It looks just like dolphins, and they have cameras inside of them. That was after Josh had made a comment because I have this thing with turtles. We just have a connection in the back canal. I'll call them over and give them my old produce. And so when I come out, they pop their little heads up and come over to me.
Yeah, the turtles. That's good.
It'll be good for shift in case, God forbid, I have to eat one of my cute little turtle friends. I hope I don't. But yeah, they follow me around and stuff. It's kind of cute. But then Josh was saying they're the spies for the underworld.
Hey there, Fish Keeper.
Nice to join us.
Yeah, I just wanted to come up and make sure that you know that I'm not no troll or anything. Yeah,
we've been talking. We have talked on and off for quite a while. I'd say just in passing, different lives and
outdoor community. TN, you know, I'm from
there.
Yeah,
I got a lot of friends that are in like the outdoor community and fish keeping and gardening, and I've been on YouTube for over 4 years, so I got a lot of friends. And I could just sit here and be on a live stream 24 hours a day if I wanted to. But
yeah, that's great. I've been on for 4 years, but I was kind of dedicated to a channel, and now I'm not. So whole new world.
It gets old a little bit sometimes.
Freedom. Just need the war paint.
So
You guys
Oh,
have a good memorial. I want to get off. I'm a caretaker for my mom, and I gotta help her do meals and make sure she gets in bed right. But
yeah,
All right.
you all have a good night. I just
I
want to
was
say
doing
hi.
that too.
Take
TN.
care.
You have a
Fish Keeper, hook up
good
with my
weekend.
channel. I was a caretaker too for years for my mom.
Okay,
So,
thanks. All right,
yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. That was nice.
Okay, so you're talking about dolphins, robotic dolphins.
There's robotic dolphins and also turtles that look real, like sea turtles. They supposedly are using them for oceanography. What?
I'm trying to point the chat over there, but I got my camera turned. I got it like reversed.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to point.
Always okay.
Old ways says if you need war paint.
Oh,
Girl.
Robert, can you drop Carol's link, please?
Oh, yeah.
sure.
I'm gonna
Oh,
step.
he needs it. Oh, I just saw that.
I'm gonna step
Thank
out
you.
for just a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Wait a minute. I come up here and you're gonna step out.
Yeah, what's that?
I gotta go smoke.
He's
All
got
right,
it
go.
typed like John.
See, when I come on here, I just say, "Well, I'm just not going to smoke." That's what I do.
You just make everybody have to go pee for some reason, Robert. I don't know. Manly voice. It just does something. Just
South Florida
make your
sunshine.
bladder quiver.
God,
Doesn't sound right. Oh my gosh. I better
there
engage.
you go, fish keeper.
Thank you. Thanks, Robert. So yeah, they have that, and then they had a manta ray, I think they said too, and they were using it to film dolphin pods. And supposedly the dolphin was so convincing that one pod kind of accepted it. They just were like, "Cool, another dolphin, man!" Like, but Q, I don't know if it can do dolphin duties that are, like what dolphins like to do. I'm not sure, but I'm sure probably one of them has. It's got to be dolphin proof to a certain, certain level, in case one of them jumps on it.
There you go. Now there's Tennessee Fish Keeper's link for you, so you may return to the favor.
Tian, I've got your link. Thank you, Fish Keeper.
Must be the Aquarius.
What? I lost your voice. Are you different? Is your audio different?
Me?
Yeah, there. You weren't as
Oh,
clear
yeah.
for a second. You're a little
It
muffled.
depends on where I'm sitting and in relationship to this phone and where I have it.
Better. Yeah, that's much better. But I thought maybe you were just changing,
I can get closer.
getting comfortable. Getting more naked time. Oh, thanks. But yeah, Fish Keeper, I know what that's like. Yeah, did that for. She came down in 2019.
I want a little remote control sub, sub kind of thing. Doesn't have any wires to get tangled up on.
Yeah.
And down in the lake and look at critters and possibly be eaten by an alligator or a big catfish.
I want an extra long pole and a GoPro so I can do that with my canal. I was just saying that today. Like, I wish I didn't get the M50 because I even said that to my daughter. Like, we were going back and forth. Should I get a GoPro or an M50? And at the time, she was doing Instagram and wanted me to have a really nice camera, like a DSLR. And I said, well, I'll get the M50, but I'm not, the DSLRs are like the 90 and everything. It's too expensive. But I really wanted, they had the, what's the other one that's like the GoPro that has the,
probably the DG or
DJI or D something. Yeah.
DG.
Something.
DJI.
They're the ones that have they had those first for like us, for the creators. They were one of the first ones that had the hovercraft or whatever. Not hovercraft. That's something
Drone.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. DJ. It's that thing.
DJI, right?
It's 3
DJI?
letters.
Yeah. I wanted that or the GoPro. Now I'm really kind of upset I didn't get it because I would love to just see under in our canal, like what's really going on.
Yeah, you want to get up close to those turtles.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see where they go. Actually, what happened today was there was a big loud noise, and I thought, oh, the otter's back. So I'm like, I'm going to, stand and be brave and try and get film of this otter. And it was an anahinga. Saw the little snake head pop up out of the water, and it was eating a fish. I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool
That's
too."
cool to see too.
Yeah, that was cool. It was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
because in that
But-
first video when you had the otter, oh wait a minute, you had one video where you had a couple of anahingas in there.
Oh
And,
no, I don't think I had an anahinga yet. I haven't had an anahinga, and today too, I saw a family of cottontails, like full size. I usually only get to see a little baby that comes out of my neighbor's like hedge. And I walked down to where the otters were seen by my husband, who didn't tell me until I put out that short, and I saw the otter, by the way. My husband did not let me know we had otters in the canal until I mentioned it. But so I walked down there, and to the right underneath a mango tree, it was the coolest thing. It was like 3 full-size cottontails, and one was even like laying down underneath like a ficus, it looked like. It was really cute. And you could see I knew it was cottontail for sure because one of them was completely like sitting up all the way, and its little cotton fluff was hanging out its backside. Like you could see the little white tuffet. So cute. It's good to see them coming back. We had a issue near my home where there were domestics that somebody had let go, like a ton of domestic rabbits. And for the longest time, that's all you would see was a domesticated colored rabbit. And you wouldn't see the white.
wow.
It was weird. I had a black and white rabbit actually dig up my my lily bed, not realizing that they eat the lily tubers or where.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought, oh, cute, a rabbit. And then it made like a complete square shaped dig out around the bed. And I'm like, that's weird. It usually won't show where it's going. Like, why is it like that? So I went and looked it up, like lilies and rabbits, because that was my lily bed. It's like, you little wench.
So y'all had feral pet rabbits living and breeding in your neighborhood.
Yeah, but only it's really weird because it's on the opposite side of the canal was where most of those rabbits were. One made it over. So I don't know if that was somebody's one single pet that got out, but there's this one street that is closer to a main street near me. And down that street is where they all hang out. It must have been there that somebody, had 2 rabbits that turned into, 10 that turned into 20, and they just were like, oh, heck, and released them. Or maybe they only released 2 and that's what happened. I don't know. But they have all different colored rabbits down that street. And only one made it over towards me. Like 4 blocks away.
Only in Florida.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything likes Florida. Everything.
Because nothing
Okay.
dies off down there.
What was that?
I said it's because nothing dies off down there.
It's the truth. Yeah, that's really true. Especially our bugs. I wish we would get a winter just to kill off some of the bugs.
I mean, that's where them daggone Asian carp started, was down in that area.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. I know we have plenty of aquarium fish living in our waterways.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've
And
seen
it's like, I was trying
channels.
to,
What was
hey,
that?
Mike. I was trying to explain to my son, I was like, anytime they bring some kind of invasive species in, it usually kills off a native species
Yes.
because they
Yep.
compete for food or whatever.
Yeah. That's why people don't kind of understand the abrasive way we go about certain lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't tolerate
But, like,
them,
one of our
especially
things
the meat
here.
eaters. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, especially the meat eaters, like those night anoles that start with a K that are huge. They'll go up and eat our native bird eggs.
Yeah.
They're treetop. They love the treetops, and that's what they'll do. And I even heard that iguanas can be like that too. They won't just eat vegetation. Sometimes they'll eat an egg themselves if they so choose. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Especially, we talked a long time ago about how we have them Asian marmoted stink bugs here,
Ew.
and the government's been talking. Well, I don't know if it's government, scientists, whatever. They've been
Mhm.
talking about releasing these small wasps. They're only like half to 3/4 of an inch long.
Okay.
They're not like,
Predators.
not something
Predator.
that are actually going to bother us. Hey,
Mhm.
Lance. But they are predatory as far as stink bugs because them Asian marmoted stink bugs have no native predators here
Okay.
other than soldier bugs,
Okay.
which I actually did find a couple of them out my mom and dad's the other day. They're both
Yeah.
like, "Oh, kill it!" I'm like, "No."
No, it's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're they're very they look very very scary. They look like
What?
they
Oh,
got big.
you mean the ones that are good look scary?
Yeah, yeah. The
Got it.
soldier bugs, they got big pinchers, but they kill stink bugs, they kill squash bugs, anything like
Oh.
in that family, because they're all kind of the same.
I'll have to look those up. I don't know much about them. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was happy to see green lacewings on my mulberry
oh,
because they're
I've got them
beneficial.
everywhere.
I need more. Because they were here and now it seems like I'm not seeing them. I don't know what happened.
I told
So,
Aquarius about a month ago. Good night, Larks. But I told Aquarius about a month ago. I
night
was like,
larks.
dude, I have got them daggone. I've got lacewings everywhere.
Yeah. What do they like to lay their eggs on? Just any leaves or
That I do not know, but I just know I like came down on the porch of my shop and they were
Mhm.
everywhere. Almost to the point where they were obnoxious, just flying all in your face, kind of everywhere.
Yeah, they did that to me on my mulberry and I was like, at first I was the same way, like what the and then I saw one land and I'm like, oh, that's a lacewing. Good.
Mm.
I'm gonna just back up now and let them do whatever they're doing. They're going after something.
And
But
yes, Lance, that's me.
well,
Lance has
mine is
to do with me.
slightly delayed. My StreamYard even aside.
Mm,
Hey everybody who came in. I didn't say hi to Mike and Sleeper, I think.
yeah.
But yeah, we have so many invasives down here. And then some of it, it's like we've got that cane toad. Only in Australia did their crow figure out how to flip it on its back and eat it from its belly. It was, and I don't know if it was just one murder of crows that learned it. I'm not sure, but that was the only predator that I've heard of that has been able to eat them,
Yeah.
and they set them loose here. That's awful. So yeah, that's another thing that we don't tolerate if we see bofus.
We've got some smaller fish, I guess, that people have released in like
Hmm.
smaller creeks and rivers, and
Yeah,
we have some natives that they've kind of driven out.
we have various cichlids that I guess we have our own, but then they let aquarium cichlids go, and we have the big problem with the lionfish in our waterways to where they throw like huge gatherings of people, so they'll go out and spearfish them and catch them. and then it's like a catch and cook festival.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. Because, I mean, when I first started getting into aquariums, not when I was real young, but when I was like a teenager, that was my thing, was cichlids.
Yeah.
And I raised a lot of South American and African cichlids.
Yeah,
And they're aggressive.
they get
get
huge.
big.
Yeah, we have that problem. too.
All guys.
It's one guy and another guy. It's not all guys. There's girls in the side chat.
You told me I only do it Friday nights.
No, I said that was mine. It's Friday night. Be right back.
There's a guy with a channel. He's an awesome guy. I like to watch, but I haven't watched him in a while. But his Monster Mike. Have you ever watched him? Monster Mike fishing.
No. Lionfish are not the same as snakefish. Lionfish are the ones that got like all the thorn looking things.
Oh yeah, lionfish are just freaking terrible, terrible little invasive animal.
And
Terrible.
they're toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little poisonous porcupine up under there. Nobody wants to eat it, but they say that they taste real good, and there are massive campaigns of divers that go out all over the place, down in Florida and up down wherever they are, to try to catch as many as they can and bring them back. They skin them and serve them up at the restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, no natural predators.
I don't know, man. There are certain things I don't want to eat. It's like
I'd love to try some.
puffer fish.
I don't want to try that.
No. I mean, I know, you got to have a certain person, there's only probably 15 in the world that are certified to actually, butcher it and serve it.
Yeah.
No. No.
My tongue is numb. I can't feel my tongue. No.
Calendar material.
No fugu.
She lost her ever loving mind.
Calendar material.
That's what
I don't know about that.
was saying.
Where did we? I think she made that jump herself.
But I think maybe she drank quite a few tonight or something. I don't know.
I don't know what we went from bush to calendar materials. I don't understand.
Maybe she's thinking of me out there with the shaved face, barefooted in my shorts.
Yeah.
Standing in a bed of chocolate mint.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where she's going with that. Because, she's all about that chocolate mint.
I wish I had known that she wanted chocolate mint, because I got like a field of it almost here now.
What? She's been telling you this crap for 2 years.
I've never seen that. I didn't never know. I've never known. I've got a bunch of it here. If anytime she gets ready for something, let me know.
I still haven't mowed mine. All that crap I was tromping down in the other day.
Yeah.
It's about up to my knees now.
Mine's taking over my outdoor kitchen. Yeah. And I walk through there, it's all mint. And now the clematis. I've got to get out there, and I need to find out if there's some use I can have for this wild clematis besides just letting it break down for compost.
She's like, don't you dare mow that. I got some that's kind of a little bit separate, Q, and that's the stuff I'm going to pull out and sand. But I've got to mow that. That stuff's up to my knees. Old ways, I don't know that you want the clematis he has.
Well, I can make that happen. Yeah, sure can. Get some growing to have some roots on it, and a little bit of soil around there to help them make it through. Yeah, do some shipping, and yeah, that's some sad news right there just here. So,
It'll all settle down.
yeah,
Just so y'all know, Robert's the only one I've told that that clematis. I don't know who's seen it. I'm going to take cuttings from it, and I'm going to try to propagate, and I'm going to start sending them out to people that want them. My big purple one.
it's pretty.
Yeah. I thought about taking that picture I sent you and posting it on my community tab.
You should.
Yeah. But now it's like 3 weeks old. Now I need to deadhead it, and so it'll start blooming again. It's at about 50%, you know.
Yeah. Well, what I've got here is this dang.
Yeah, you get that invasive,
Yeah.
the stuff
And,
you wanted me to identify last year.
yeah, and it makes kudzu nervous. That's how fast it grows.
Yeah,
This stuff
Kinda
is
like-
terrible.
it's almost as bad as a goat.
I need a goat.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't want to have anything left, though. I wouldn't have a thing left.
Probably won't be able to do it. I'll try to show that picture again. And scroll back through 2 weeks worth of text messages.
Yeah. I had some real pretty clematis years ago, a couple of decades ago at my old house. It was very pretty. Smelled good.
I've got another one. I got a rootstock for another one. I don't even remember what color it is. I think it's like bright red.
Yeah, this was white.
So,
Then I had some Confederate jasmine, and that smelled incredible. I had two of them here, and one died, and one lived for a long time, and it finally gave it up. But had a real cold winter and didn't make it through that real cold winter. This is gorgeous clematis you got there. It
but
goes
that
with
was
your shirt.
back. Huh?
It goes nice with your shirt.
Yeah, probably does. That was back like the first week of May.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's about 50% of where it was back then. As soon as I deadhead it, it'll start blooming again. Pepperberry. You there?
I'm here.
I just heard all those. You was vibrating.
Yeah, somebody just pinged me here. Let me. I may boot myself. Hang on.
18 different mints. I got pineapple, orange, chocolate, peppermint, and spearmint.
Dang.
Hey, Ragnarok. I was wondering. I knew you would show up. I was just wondering when you'd get here.
Yeah, see, always she's got a bunch of different kind of mint too. But don't worry, I'm going to send you my chocolate mint. I'm going to make you a big bunch of it and send it to you. Always Gardening and Prepping, because all you have to do is let me know you want some. Hey, Ragnarok, how you doing?
Ragnarok's been posting some pretty interesting videos.
Dude,
He always posts really interesting stuff.
yeah, he made me sick with that dang willow tree. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, that willow tree? Yeah.
Yeah, the willow tree.
The one you shared out.
Yeah. Like, because I kind of, they're easy. They just, they go nuts. I've cut down willows and thrown them down in the creek, and every one of them start up,
Yeah.
just throwing them down there as brush. And it's like, look, they're rooting. Willows just want to live. But the way he's doing it, dude, that's like so fast. They're the easiest tree you can get started, and then the mulberry. But I guess I've just never just trusted the way that he showed, and what he showed is incredible. I ain't gonna spoil it. I'll just let people find that video.
Yeah. I got a couple different ways I'm gonna try Rutinus clematis, and I got a couple. Well, I got like 24 roses on clearance the day after Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And this is not something I can post on YouTube because you got to be careful of roses because a lot of them are trademarked.
Really?
Yes. The
I had
industry,
no
rose
idea.
industry is wait. Oh, there's Jonesy.
I had no idea. Oh, you're talking about making your own variety or something like that,
Yeah, but there's a lot of roses that you buy in the store. They already have rights to them, and you're not allowed to
Oh,
reproduce them. So,
who is that? The sexy Tasmanian devil?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's
hey,
Big
brother,
John. Yeah, how are you, gentlemen?
doing well. Been a while.
Yeah, I've been doing sort of crazy work and different shifts. And I just finished a radio program and turned the YouTube on and seen you alive. And I thought, oh, this would be good. I'll come say hi.
You're like right at, or you are monetized now, right?
No. I got 780, I think, hours or something like that to go.
You're close.
I'm getting there. Yeah, and I'm happy with where I am, where I'm at. Slowly but surely. Let me just have a triple check, see if they've. I don't think they update it twice a day, do they? Yeah, no. I'm at 3,147 watch hours.
You're doing
that
good.
Feller in the middle, he is monetized. He just hasn't followed through with the procedure.
Come on, Wilson, look at your name.
I'm stumped. I got to one point I can't figure out how to complete it, how to jump through their last little hoop. And, because I don't have much time left to be left alone and think about these things. So I'm going to have to, I will get it figured out.
Yeah, ask Devil Dog or one of the others. I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, I want to talk to Devil Dog about it. Yeah, they even got the one little panel there where it says put your website in, right? And I'm like, website? Well, I got a YouTube channel, so I go and put my YouTube channel website on there. It says, no, that's not it. I'm like, what the hell? And apparently, if you're a YouTuber, yeah, you're talking about the AdSense account,
Yeah.
when when you've got a YouTube account, you don't use that. That is only for websites. But they make it look like you've got to complete that, and it's not as streamlined as you think it is.
Well, I'm not. Well, I don't know. Check with them because they've been there and done it. So
Yeah, I'm going to chat with Devil Dog. Maybe he can give me some pointers there.
Yeah, I
for
told
sure,
you like
mate.
2 months ago. Check with Devil Dog.
Hey, I tell you, mate, Robert, these paddy melons absolutely. I fenced the yard off. I didn't fence it good enough, obviously, and I've been cleaned out twice. I've fenced. I've done 2 lots of upgrades to the fencing. Both times I thought I've fixed it. Both times it was good for a while. Seedlings go well. So then I branch out into the ground. No one's attacked anything. I think, ooh, you beauty. I wake up in the morning. I come outside and go, oh no. There's little buggers that got in again. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to fence
I
something.
was wondering how you were doing. Somebody asked me. I said, is he making any videos? I said, I don't know. I hadn't seen any lately. We had 1 or 2 early on.
Yeah, I got peppers that I don't want them to die, so I've still left them in the greenhouse to grow over the winter. So, but yeah, I had some potatoes. I didn't do a video on that. I should have. They worked well. They were at the side of the house. But yeah, I got some onions in the ground, but I've got onion weed as well. So I'm waiting to see the onions surface to the top above the onion weed, and then I can rip out the weed because the weed's worse, or everything looks similar at the moment.
Onion weed.
Yeah.
I'll look that up. Have you got any paddy melons tamed down yet to where you can pet them for me?
I would grab one by the throat and go, "I'll pat him, all right." But
Robert can sit here in denial all he wants, but he'd be just like me. He'd want to throw one on a smoker too.
yeah, well, even I'm thinking that way myself lately. And that's not like me, let me tell you. Geez, I've been disappointed 3 times now. When I first moved in, I planted a great garden. Everything was going well, and I thought, oh man, the soil is great. Everything's awesome. I'm going to terrace everything. I'm fully motivated. And then everything gets eaten, and you go, how do I get rid of them? And then the neighbors say, oh, you got to get a big dog. You got to do this. You got to do that. Fence the fences. And so I did all that except for the big dog. And yeah, that might be the next trick, actually, is the dog in the backyard roaming around on patrol.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Charlie might let you know when somebody's back there that doesn't
Charlie
belong
does.
back there.
He does. He's a very intelligent little dog, but he runs like a whippet. Like but the thing is, he loves eating the scat. Let me just say that sounds better when I say scat.
Right.
He loves eating that, and apparently it's appetizing for dogs. Apparently, because they eat grass. So the paddy melons eat grass and flowers and plants, and anyway, we've got the wife is. I've got him fenced in a certain area where that area is completely cleaned off. So he's allowed to roam around there freely, but he cries every time I go higher. He wants to come up with me, but there's tons of it. It's everywhere. It's sad. That's why the grass is so green. It gets well fertilized. But anyway, apart from that, just been a bit disappointed with the gardening side of it. Electric fencing, yes. I watch it all on YouTube. I watch all the people on their properties. I see what everyone does with their goats and their sheep and their, all the big channels, moving rotation, crop rotations, all that sort of stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should just build a hard, a solid building structure, which is going to be a greenhouse in the winter, and open up doors, and it'll be like a house. Open it up in the daytime and close it at night to protect your feed or your food. But anyway, I digress.
Well, I tell you, you've probably seen like the videos of like my little mini greenhouse. I've got a fence that goes up 4 foot, and I've never had anything in there. Rats. I've never had rabbits, deer, and I mean we're surrounded by all of them, but they don't go in there.
And they can jump 5-foot fences easy, and they tunnel under anything they can't. Yeah. I've just got to be more proactive in protecting plants. That's what I've got to do, and I know it. But there's got to be an easier way than making your backyard look like a fortress.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe it's a slingshot or something.
I really don't understand why they don't try to get into my greenhouse. Because I mean, I've seen deer jump 6 foot, 8 foot fences into our big garden. But in the greenhouse, when I have all the sides off of it, other than, the actual 4 foot fence,
Yep.
I've never had a problem. And I mean, I can go out there and, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, or, hear something, some kind of critters moving around, messing with the chickens at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've never seen anything in the greenhouse.
Yeah. Well, that was been one of my thoughts, was to build a structure that I can plant. Like, I watch a lot of all sorts of shows and stuff, when people are in the middle of nowhere and they just build a timber structure and they seal it up, and inside it's got garden beds, on the ground. There's no floor, but I see that sort of setup, and I think maybe that's what I need. And a coffee table and a little veranda, so I can sit out, have a cup of tea, and watch the world go by while my little plants are growing. I don't
If you do, you'll stay there. Okay.
know.
I suggest doing it. Make one, and you'll hang out. You'll have a special place. You'll be moving your computers and everything out there.
Yeah, well, this is my special place. I'm in the studio right here. This is where I play music and have fun and muck about. But yeah, I've got, anyway, the wife sort of cracking the whip a bit. She's saying, "You said you were going to do this, and you said you were going to do that, and what do? You go out in your room and you talk on YouTube and play music. Like, when are you going to fix the yard up?" Basically, is what she says. But yeah, the local wildlife here. Who's Ragnarok? Is it? Is that how I say it?
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yeah. The problem is the local wildlife here are the small kangaroos, and there's a whole bunch of them here. They're feral. They're everywhere. And if you plant daisies, if you plant flowers of any sort, they'll come and test them out first, and if they like them, they're gone. And if they don't like them, they'll grow. So we got hydrangeas grow everywhere here because they hate them for whatever reason. But everyone likes to grow hydrangeas around the local area. Now I know why.
Yeah, we got a bunch here too. And then when you go to prune them, you can't just drop them because they'll take off.
Hydrangeas?
Yeah. Oh, no. Not hydrangeas. Something has a name similar to hydrangea.
Yeah. What's
I can't think of the name of it right off now.
Yeah. Camera settings. I'll just change my camera around to that one. Like the hydrangeas there, they hide underneath the cover, so I've had to prune the bottom rungs off to so I can expose them, the ones that are hiding under there. But yeah, no, it's that's Groot. But yeah, the only things that survived now are inside that little. I've got a row of onions growing in the ground,
Yeah.
and whatever's left is only in that little greenhouse. Everything else has been taken.
Yeah, and then you've got winter coming soon.
Oh, it's here, mate. Trust me. It's,
Is it?
Oh, mate, it's free. It's 0 at night and 12 in the day. So it's only going to get cooler.
Our cool nights right now are, I guess, about 25 Celsius.
Yeah. 25 Celsius at night. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We don't even get that in the day. Even in summer, we're struggling to get that sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, we're having, yeah, we're up to 85 degrees during the day, Fahrenheit.
Emu patties. So emus aren't real nice to eat too, by the way, if you've ever tried emu. They're a big bird, but they're not as pleasant as what you'd think. But anyway, I changed my room around a bit I got a whole bunch more load of stickers in. So I sort of just moved the things about a bit. But anyway, I'll put you over to there. Well, there's the Vegemite. On the windowsill, as you do. And I'll fix my camera to come back the other way. Yes. Anyway,
Is that a jar of Vegemite I saw there?
there certainly
Yeah.
was. Good stuff.
One
Now,
of these days, I'm going to try that stuff.
You just got to have it thin. Don't let anyone tell you to put it on like axle grease. That's what it looks like.
That's how I did it.
Yeah, no, that's too much sugar and yeast.
I went deep. I salt cured my tongue.
Well, I can eat it like that. Trust me. But for the novice, it's not the way to do it.
Life's short. Go thick.
Yes, that's it, mate. Are you allowed to whack the roos? The roos are a natural pest, and there is no, the neighbours might get upset with you for killing them because a lot of the neighbours, aren't they beautiful? And the visitors, but no, they're a natural pest, so they do get taken out in a humane way by licensed contractors who sell the meat onto the abattoirs, which then resell them in the supermarkets as Tasmanian wallaby. So the answer to that is yes. But, that's probably the smartest way to get rid of them, is to start taking them out one at a time. But because I'm in the city, I'm in the middle of the city, and there's this like ridge that I live on, and there's like a generation of these paddy melons, they're called, living here, and they've been here all their life, and this is their home, their area. This is what they know. They haven't lived in the forest or the jungle or the bush or all they've known is living in the city and hiding in these large backyards. And they breed like rabbits as well.
I don't know. I know them rabbits, boy. Get them suckers going. 2 females and 3 males, and in a month's time, you go from 5 rabbits to 30 to 40 rabbits.
Yeah, it's a good way to keep the food supply coming.
Yeah. I've actually slowed down on my breeding this year because I got a lot of other things going on. And I know as soon as I start breeding, I got to, right behind it, I got to start butchering again.
Yeah.
But they are
Yeah.
tasty.
Oh yeah, we used to catch the wild ones where I grew up, and we used to go trapping. You know, find out where their nests and their holes are, and I'd go with my grandfather, and we'd put down the traps. You know, the
Right.
big old fashioned bear traps. You know, but miniature.
Yeah.
And we'd come back 2 hours later, and if we didn't come back quicker, they were taken by another predator because they were sitting there,
Right.
stuck. And then if we didn't get them, someone else would kill them. Because many a time we come back and there was just a foot left.
Right. Well, say it's like I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people will be like, "Well, rabbit is a real kind of reddish, lean meat."
Mm-hmm.
Now, wild rabbit is, but domestic rabbit, it's as white and as, I mean, really taste wise, there's not a whole lot of difference between that and chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like in the States, you do not find rabbit for sale at a grocery store unless you're like at a gourmet grocery store. And you're probably talking like $40 for one rabbit.
Why?
Just because they're not available. I mean, people raise them on farms and stuff, but with the organizations that control our food supply, we have a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yep.
As far as like trying to supply anybody. I mean, I can go out there and I can kill half a dozen rabbits. And I can slaughter them. And once I go to try to sell them to anybody, then I have requirements I got to jump through. Now, I can sell them the rabbit and let them go butcher them themselves, but a lot of people do not want to do that.
Oh, for sure. Yep. That's the one thing that turns a lot of people off homesteading is that they get way attached to the animals.
Right.
And whether they breed meat chickens, like the way they call chickens, like the normal hens for egg laying, and then there's the meat chickens, and they're like it's like in their brains they got to program themselves to say, this is my flock over here for my eggs and my friends, and they all name them and they've all got personalities. But these little suckers in this little stage here, every is about 16 weeks, is it? 12 weeks?
No. Well, that's like I tried to tell people. I was like, my son, even at 4 years old, we had pigs, and he was like, people would ask him, "What are you going to do with them pigs when they get older?" "We're going to eat them." So he knew, when them pigs got old enough, we butchered them. And I mean, we butchered a couple of chickens last week, and we just.
Yeah.
I don't have a place to sit and feed animals unless they serve a point. Like, we have our dogs, but
Yeah.
I
I grew up
I
grew up
do
in a-
have 2 rabbits that serve absolutely no purpose, and one of them I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it, and the other one, she was a good breeder for a long time, and she was like one of my main breeding does. So she's kind of put into retirement.
well, you know, some become part of the family in a strange way, for sure.
You know.
Yes, but I see Barry's in the chat. Storms, Radio, and Cats. How you going, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I grew up in a country, like small country town. We had a family farm, like we lived in the town, but we had the acres outside of the farm, outside of the town. And every year I used to bring home a pet sheep as a little fella. I still remember this as an old bloke right now. My dad would come home with a brand new spring lamb and say, "Here's Snowy," you know, like, I got him myself, mother. And the lamb would last at least 12 months with me, and then Snowy would go missing while we're sitting there at the dinner plate eating a nice baked dinner, and because we had the butcher shop as well in town,
Right.
so yeah, we used to have, you know, as a little bloke, it didn't comprehend that every year that pet lamb was going to be replaced the following year with another pet lamb for 12 months and then another pet lamb, and then the penny dropped and I went, oh, I just couldn't eat lamb for a while as a little bloke because I was all upset. And then I love lamb. So I grew up and realized what we were doing. So at least the lamb had a good 12 months with me.
Yeah.
It's a rough wake up when you find out.
Oh, yeah.
But
As a kid.
ultimately, when you do realize and you get a little older and you look back, you're like, you know, at least we knew where our food was coming from. There's a lot of kids out there nowadays that do not.
That's
They're
right.
so out of touch. You know,
Well, yeah.
the ones that actually kill me, sorry to interrupt, but the ones that kill me are, I'll raise chickens, but I'm not going to kill my chickens because I'll just buy my chicken at the store. So you're just kind of shrugging that responsibility off on somebody else.
Yeah.
And now you're eating chicken that you have no idea where it came from. Or, you know, at least your chickens, you know how they were raised and what they ate. And
Yeah. Well, we had chickens for a while at one of our houses recently, and they were just for the kids as they were growing up. You know, they show them the eggs. We had chickens and budgies. Well, what a combination that was. But yeah, we're breeding budgerigars.
Yeah.
And that was fun. The kids loved that, and basically giving them away to people. You'd advertise them for sale, and then people would turn up, and you'd say, oh, "Mate, we got hundreds of them. Just take this one. You want like the green one? You want the blue one?" Then yeah. But yeah, we had chickens just for the eggs, and actually the daughter that's moved home here with us actually said that about 3 days ago, that we should just turn that third layer of land up the hill here and just let's have some chickens, and just because we went to buy eggs, we ran out of eggs one day, and she said, we should be having chickens, Dad. I said, well, you organise it, I'll build it. And then yeah, she's got to organise it. That means to convince the wife.
you know, now that I think about it, Jonesy, it wouldn't be a bad place to set up some rabbit hutches up there if you had, like, you know, some rabbit cages raised up off the ground.
Yeah.
Because all that would come down and fertilize everything below it.
Yeah, I hear you. I've been watching Ridge Life. I don't know if you know Tim from Ridge
Yeah, I know
Life.
him.
Yeah,
No.
see, he's a bit of a rabbit nut. He loves his.
I love rabbits just because I know the statistics.
And they give you fur if you let them grow out far enough.
Well,
Good stuff.
yeah, we used to take the pelts down with when I went rabbit trapping with the grandfather. We'd drive all the way down into Sydney to this hack company, and we'd drop all the pelts off, and he'd get paid per pelt. And yeah, we'd catch hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and we'd drive down to in the old suburban sedan with all these pelts in the back of the boot and in the back seat of the car. Yeah, I still remember those days.
Well,
He was-
you know
yeah.
about the back in the day, and I was a little kid, and I remember us going out and feeding the cows and everything, calling them up, finding the new ones, and we went to look for the one that was going to be mine, right? Or whatever a 5 or 6 year old knows is going to be his. So we found the little bull that was going to be mine, and I named it Spot. And Spot grew up, and you know, I'd always see Spot out there feeding and getting bigger and everything. And then, you know, it was really cool. Go pet Spot while he's eating some sweet feed and, you know, hang out with the cows. And we went out there one day and counting all the cows. And I said, "Where's Spot? I don't see Spot." And so I don't know. Maybe they'll be back around later. I don't know. Maybe they're on the other part of the farm or whatever. Didn't see Spot. And got back home later that night, and or the next weekend or whatever, we was talking about it. And I said, "Does Spot ever show up? Where's Spot?" And well, Spot's on your plate, son. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What? No, Spot is not. No, what? This is you made me eat my dang pet cow. Oh,
Yeah. I could press a button, but I won't because I've got a few over here I could press to make it a sound effect to that. But that's farm life, but isn't it?
it is, and you learn. You know, you learn. And
Yeah.
Spot was tasty. Okay.
That's it. We had we had the butcher shop in town, so a lot of the times my grandfather and my father would go to people's properties to slice and dice up. You'd walk the cow to the location, and then he'd be put down, hung up, drained, and all that sort of stuff. But four-quartered and then hung up in the cool room for a little while before the rest of it got cut up into different steaks and stuff. And I seen that as a 7-year-old, I suppose. We used to do that.
Yeah.
And sort of, and I become a butcher. My first job, as soon as I got out of school, it was you go into the butcher shop as do your trade. And as soon as I'd done my 4 years, I said, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. I'm heading to the coast, and I'm going to live on the beach." And they said, "You're crazy. You can't do that. Where are you going to live?" And you watch me. Off I went.
There you go.
Carol was asking, what research was I talking about as far as rabbits? Basically, Carol, rabbits, they require less feed than pigs or cows. Basically, you can start out with 2 or 3 females and 2 male rabbits. As long as you have the cages to house everything and grow them all out, you can raise more meat in a year's time with rabbits than you can with pigs or cows.
Yep.
With about 30% of the feed.
Yeah, that's what do they call that?
Yeah.
They should be doing that in places like all around the world.
Yeah.
Where all the anyway, yeah, rabbit's nice. Oh, my grandmother used to cook rabbit 100 different ways. There was always a different way we ate it because we always had plentiful rabbit. Even though we had the butcher shop, we had plenty of choices of like Scotch fillet. Fillet steak, eye fillet was the standard for dinner. Like you'd eat that all the time. Man, I can't even. I've got to take out a bank loan to go buy some of that stuff now. That's ridiculous, the meat prices over here.
Yeah. In old ways, like she says, you got to be careful. You just can't eat rabbits. You got to eat other stuff too. Rabbits have no fat.
Yeah.
But I mean, anywhere in the world, we're not going to eat just rabbit.
That's where one egg a day supplies the fat that one human needs, one adult human. It's got all the fat and cholesterol and everything in it that you need that a rabbit won't give you. So have them chickens and rabbits.
Yeah.
I'm going to start looking around for recipes on feral cats. So we got that meat running around here like crazy.
Oh, you ain't gonna do it.
I will be out there.
You're gonna take them in.
Yeah, local Chinese food, they'll take it.
I'll be out there like Denzel Washington with my boat. I'll take me a rabbit. I'll take me a little hairless cat. They are all over the place.
Yeah, that's a shame. People should we've got a dissect a cat here in the house. Like.
See what old way says. She says one egg is just flat out depressing.
What? It's depressing. I know.
Only one egg is depressing. You can't even make an omelet with one egg.
I could eat a plate full of eggs, okay? And I have, right? I love eggs. But if you're in a, survival situation or just hey, we ain't got much money anymore. We don't know, we're going to have to make our own food. If you got one egg, then that covers what you need for that day. They'll probably carry you a day or two after that. I don't know, but surely you have more than enough chickens, and you'd be eating a plate full of eggs a day. It'd be good stuff right there.
I love me omelets.
But the kicker is being able to feed whatever you've got, okay, year round, with also what you can get cheaply somewhere or grow yourself. And that's the main part right there. Okay. Because if it all goes to heck, then all of that, we've already seen the prices of everything going up so incredibly high. So you let something for real happen, and you're going to face some difficulties. You ain't going to run up to Tractor Supply or the local feed store and keep buying your commercial feed for whatever animals that you're counting on. You got to be able to build that holistic approach into what you're doing. If you're thinking about this, for certain, scenarios, let's say. And that's where rabbits really do shine. Rabbits and chickens. Chickens is my number one choice for a survival protein animal. Eggs and meat. And they just about take care of themselves. After that, it's rabbits.
Yeah, because rabbits and chickens, if you had to, you could put them on grass.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
They take longer to mature that way, but
I'll tell you what,
that's always been my point.
I wonder if they eat onion weed.
Oh no,
I got onion grass. You want me to go get some of it out of the ground and show you what it looks like? Because they bulb. It just bulbs, continually bulbs. If you don't take them out of the
Yeah.
Get some of that.
Is it kind of like a purplish bulb, maybe?
No, real tiny. I'll go get one and show you.
Tell you what they'll
Okay.
probably eat too is some Himalayan blackberries. I think that's what y'all got down there that's so invasive. Yeah, and they feral cats. See, feral cats, they free range and fend for themselves. Now, there's one other thing, right? There's one other animal that I think probably it's a better choice in a lot of ways than even chicken. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
what?
Oh, Carol says, oh my gosh, we got the king of cats in the side chat, and you're talking about eating his family.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's switch over to pigeons. Okay,
Well, yeah, I think I may have eaten some of them.
yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but I do think I may have.
yeah. You set yourself up a pigeon rookery, and
Well,
those little boogers fly out on their own every day, go get their food, and they come back. They lay eggs for you, and then you say, "Okay, you four over here, you're not flying out today. Okay, we're gonna have y'all in the house for something special. It's your special day." But yeah, a flying rat. Oh, look at there. But pigeons are an incredible food source that we're counted on, and still are. But you know, the castles and the old days and the old knights and the kings and everything, they had rookeries for pigeons built into the castles and their homes so that they
Right.
could keep pigeons.
I mean, even in a lot of the cities, you know, people had their little pigeon coops up on top of the high rises and stuff.
Exactly. Huh.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
Pulled
The
straight
name
out.
may say wild onion, but it may not be, you know.
That's about. It grows bigger, but they don't. The bulbs just. It looks like grass, but it just those bulbs. You'll end up. If I left that in the ground, there'd be twice as many in that one spot in 3 months
Onion
from now.
seed.
It's everywhere.
I see
Onion
common
grass.
names get people in trouble. I don't know nothing about no onion weed. You know, here we've got something called the death cama that is a lot of times
Yeah, that's one of the ones that a lot of people mistake for wild onions.
yeah. And it's dead.
And when you kill it, like when you take it out of the ground like this, the local government don't want you to take it to the tip. They want you to dry it out, and burn it if you can. But if you dry it out to kill it, and then take it to where you got to take it to the dump, but you got to tell them you've got onion glue.
Does it smell like onions or garlic or anything?
Yeah. It smells like a lot of people tell me that they use the green leaf and you dry it, you cut it off and you dry it, and you can use them as in flavorings and
If you can use the green leaves and it smells like onion, I'd say it's edible.
Yeah.
Oh yes, like that now.
And
It
I mean,
smells
like over here, that's almost, I would say, almost comparable to ramps.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Looking ramp like.
And one thing you can do with them, I mean, if you do in fact research them and find out they are in fact edible, a lot of people are completely edible, even the bulb.
Oh, the bulb doesn't get much bigger than what you see there.
Well, that's all well and good, but is it edible?
Oh, all I know is that people eat the top part. I don't know about the bulb.
Well, if you clean the bulb, what a lot of people do with smaller things like that over here, they'll pickle them.
Well, okay, I got a backyard full of it. We took out a lot last year, and then this year we've got more coming.
But like Carol says, it's free food.
Free food, yeah, I suppose.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's foraging.
A couple of the locals say put him in a, what are they? Is it a humidifier or evapor? What's the thing they make?
Dehydrator.
A dehydrator. That's the word. And they dehydrate and then cut. That becomes a condiment. Yeah, like a
equivalent to like chives.
yeah, and that's what they're saying. We've got it in certain parts of the garden here. It's it was here when we moved in. It was everywhere when we moved in, and we spent a good couple of months taking it out. And here comes the rain again.
But I mean, like, really, we're over here planting chives. You know, people try to grow that kind of thing.
Yeah, I like
And I
chives
mean,
myself.
Right. And if they're completely edible, you got people out here that, you know, they pay high dollar for something that's similar, if that is equivalent to like a ramp, which is considered a wild leek.
Yeah. See, if you've got these in your garden, they talk about the herbicides and pesticides. There's certain ones that can kill it and
Right.
get into the bulb, and once it's into the bulb, it's gone. So, like, it should not sprout again. So they're talking about a lot of the places, like the gardening places where you go and you say, "Oh, I got onion weed," and they go, "Oh man, you need to buy this, and this to get rid of it. Otherwise, it'll take over everything."
Do the patty melons just leave it alone?
Yeah, they don't like onions.
Yeah. That's the thing. Most animals do not like onions. So they say.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've just got to baby proof the lounge. The dog's on it. Hang on.
I bet you that it is. I bet you that's about their equivalent of wild, you know, ramps or leeks or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. But since it's invasive to them, it came from somewhere else. If the government's telling them to kill them, it's an invasive there. So I wonder
Right.
where it came from.
I get that. But, I mean, you really would have to do some research because, I mean, there's certain plants that, like, you know, they pull up heavy metals and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing you got to watch out for. Or if they, you know, absorb pesticides and that kind of thing. So maybe that's why people don't eat the bulbs.
Yeah. I see in Australia and Tasmania, New Zealand, they're all like put up this big fence and you can't get nothing there. You can't get nothing into the place, basically.
Yeah.
Here in America, we don't turn anybody down. Bring us your snakeheads, bring us your Melaleuca and whatever.
Your Asian carp.
Yeah, open up the border and just let them all in.
That's right. We just let everything in here. And it all goes to Florida. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
Hey, did you see my new stickers, Robert?
I see them stickers.
Huh?
Were you showing them last night? There you go.
Probably.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a big one. That's a
I like
4x3. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's sort of I designed this part was always the branding for radio. Like a little radio antenna on the and that's the Australian Radio Indie is the other channel I've got.
Mm-hmm.
And Tasmania ASMR down the bottom there, that's another channel I've got.
I was wanting to ask you last night or this morning during the live stream, how many channels you have now that are active? You've got the two music ones I know of.
4. I got the 4 channels going. This is the one I want to get over the 1,000, 4,000, and then the ASMR one. That's just one of I take a camera to the beach, I record it. If that's going to kick, it's no work. It's just a matter of there he is up the back there.
Yeah. Then you got
Um,
your homesteading channel.
Yeah, the homestead. I'm gonna. Yeah, that's for the yard. The homestead is the yard, really. The backyard that's a bit bigger than normal, and
Yeah.
it's. Yeah, I was all motivated to do lots and lots and lots on it. I don't know, and then yeah, thanks Barry. I'll send you one, Barry, if I know where to send it. If anyone likes them, I don't know. If people wrong camera, but if people are sending me stickers, so it seems to be the done thing in the old YouTube land.
It is. We all like to get stickers and exchange them out. It's like you know, a lot of the trades people they trade out coins, trade coins, you know, with each other. And I guess that's, you know, stickers are pretty easy to get made,
Easy
and
to
people
mail
like
too.
it.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
cool one. I like it.
that's a devil, Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
It's a bit smaller than the other one, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to redo these. I might do a Tasmanian tiger next
Yeah. That's pretty
because
good.
they're pretty cool, and they're
You got to get a patty melon. You're not known for Tasmanian devils. You're known for Tasmanian patty melons. Show one of them with some open mouth fangs fixing to eat your squash or something. That's pretty cool.
It is. That's a card. These are postcards from the post office.
Oh wow!
They are
How
cool.
much does it cost you to send? Just say that postcard or stickers. How much? Just one letter to America.
$3 or $2.50.
Okay.
But see these little flags. See that green little flag of the boxing kangaroo there?
Yeah.
It's only about this big by this big, and it's just a little flag. So I tried to fold it and put it in an envelope, and they charged me $25
Ouch.
to send it. Yeah, and I went, you're joking. And then I filled a box up of stuff to go to people's places. It's like $100.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sort of so. I think getting popular with stickers and saying here's a sticker, it's inexpensive way of sharing your brand with someone.
Yeah. But if you're, and I know that you work with Devil Dog, so if you ship them to him, he can ship them out for you, kind of something like that.
Yeah, we were talking like that, but I don't mind posting. I got stickers from Devil Dog, and it cost about $30 to send a little packet of stickers across.
Yeah,
I think it was 30. Could have been. Well, anyway, I think it was 30. Postage is crazy, really.
it is crazy. And when you go out of country, like sending something to Canada or Australia or anywhere, it's pretty pricey. But a letter tends not to be too bad. But then if you start sending out 50 letters a month, 50 stickers a month, you know, then you're looking at, you know, $150, $250, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm not that kind of guy right now. I don't send out a lot of stuff.
See, like coins, for instance. That's a $2 coin with a honeycomb bee.
Yeah.
It's the bee one.
Yeah.
Someone asked me to find one of these for him over here because he can't find it over in Canada. So I went and got a bunch of these, and apparently you get a card, like a thank you card or something, and you tape the coin in the card, and it goes through. Apparently, you just say it's a card with a coin.
Yeah. That's I've got some stuff to send out like that too.
Yeah. But anyway, I do enjoy the connection and the community side of it, where you try to find. He's found a CD from somewhere. Charlie. Trying to chew it up. He's already taken it out of the packet. Charlie.
Somebody gonna get somebody gonna get their gift, that CD you were showing this morning. Gonna have Charlie's bite marks in it.
No, that's still on the desk. That goes out in tomorrow's mail. That's right. But see, that's another thing. See, this CD is going to go. But you open it up, and there's going to be a couple of stickers inside it.
I hurt myself staying on that live stream until 6 o'clock this morning. I hurt myself. Right. I didn't get to bed until 6:30. Sun was already coming up. I woke up once or twice, and then finally woke up for the last time at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Were you there? Were you there when everyone took their shirts off?
Yes, I was there, and I saw the sausage festival. You know,
It was.
well, where's the beef? Well, it was all over. You know, Dez's live stream. It was all there. Full Monty. Yeah.
Stickers, strategically placed stickers.
Yeah. If I want to see that, I'm gonna get me a mirror out.
Oh, I can't get rid of this cough. I've had it for over. I had the flu for about a week, and this cough is the only thing that won't leave. And it's no good in this game when you well, anyway, I pre-record stuff, so I record stuff I go well, and then I have a bit of a fit. But lucky I don't go live anymore with the radio.
You're talking about a man that only shows his hands and his voice, right? Typically, right? So I get it. If your voice is off, it's not a good day.
Yeah, no. The radio station I sell stuff to, they contacted me last week and said, "Are you okay? I can hear it in your voice. You're not real well." And I went, "No, I got the flu." And they said, "Oh, well, we can run some replays, but I want their money." So I said, "No, I'll keep making some more." He's found an old sock now from somewhere, wherever that was hiding. Anyway, he likes it. Dearie me. But how is the gardening competition going? Everyone seems to be putting in nice, big, bountiful weigh-ins.
Yeah, people are having fun. Every time I look at it, it changes. There's like, we're closing in on 900 or 1,000 videos now. Yeah, it's a lot of videos out there this season. Lots of them. People are having fun. I can't get to all of them. I can tell you that right now. I can't even keep up good.
And apparently I'm going to be in trouble at some point soon.
No, well, now we'll say this, okay? Now we do have things planned, and both of you gentlemen, okay, y'all need to get on the board, because some of the things that we're going to do involve, you've got to be participating. So it's
Right,
like if you made so many videos, then you get to participate. If you haven't, then you won't be able to. So
yeah,
I'll put that word out there.
Well, the fastest thing I can grow is spring onions, so I'll start growing them. I should pick up onion weeds. And so I've grown some onion weed. I've got.
So you can cut the tops off of them. You can weigh them.
It's like not much there. Not much there.
You can make a series that would be fun to watch about how to defend your garden.
Stop and think about it. You can take them, cut a whole bunch of them tops off, marinate them in a little bit of oil and vinegar, and toss them with a little bit of lettuce or whatever. That makes them the beginnings of a good salad.
Yeah, and then pickle the bulbs. Isn't that what you were saying, TM? They were pickling the bulbs.
Yeah, you can pickle the bulbs. Like I
Yeah.
said, that would take a little bit more research.
Yeah. Do your research.
I can't see them having a whole lot of heavy metals and all that in Tasmania, though.
No, but this is the nature state, mate. Don't worry about Arkansas. This is we're Arkansas on steroids. They call that the nature state, don't they?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Did you see the last video of mine walking to the? I took that dog with me, and that's why he got a haircut. We went for a walk through the forest, and the lookout was amazing, absolute amazing.
I want you to go out there and take a field trip and hang out with the Tassie boys for me, and pet me some gold nuggets, and then send me some gold nuggets.
I'm telling you, where I was watching is where he's been. I'll show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool channel.
Yeah, I love watching. I was watching him the other day. He got
See
way up there, right? Way up in the up the river.
He
And it
lives.
was raining.
He lives in the northwest where I live. He lives up in this area.
You need to get with him. Get with him. Get me some gold coming up in here. I need some Tasmanian gold. But
Yeah.
the river, it was raining on him, and he had to get on out of there because it was going to reach flash flood stage.
Yep.
Oh,
Like Ragnarok said, you could shoot them patty melons and you could weigh them up.
right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I'll see. There's a little creek down. There's a little river down the bottom of this gorge,
Uh-huh.
and we went for
It
a
is
hike.
beautiful. God, it's
Yeah.
beautiful down there.
Oh man, the tree ferns. They were telling me they only grow about a meter every 100 years, and we were walking under them. They were like I'm a bit of a unit, but we were walking underneath them, so they were way up above me. So they were a good couple 100-year-old, just tree ferns, minimum. And you just think of the history of the place, like what would have been roaming around.
Dinosaurs,
Yeah, well, it looked like Jurassic Park. Trust me.
Yeah, those tree ferns are amazing. You expect to see some little T-Rex or Velociraptor or something up under there.
You do. It was, like we took the little mutt, the Charlie, and he used to be a long-haired. He's a Louchin cross, a Shih Tzu. I think that's his breed. Come here, Charlie. Come here.
Normally, they've got it printed up underneath their left armpit. You can tell.
Let's have a look. There he is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Good luck trying to find that on Freya.
He we got his paperwork. He's got him from a breeder, this one, and I took him for the walk, and he was sniffing the ground. It was his first day. It was his first trip into the wilderness. He's been walked around the block here in the city, but he hasn't been into the wilderness. And we took him there, and he had sensory overload. His nose was going left, right. Oh man, what's that smell? And then he looked like a drowned rat because of the dew on the ground, and the sun didn't get through the rainforest sort of thing where we were.
Yeah.
And when we watched the video, the wife said, "No, he's going to the Poochie parlor. We can't have him looking like that." And poor little fella's come back. It is winter here now, and he's come back and he's shivering away.
Oh,
Poor little bugger. But we're going to grow it back, I think. He doesn't look
Charlie.
he doesn't look like the same dog. Do you, buddy? No. Check him out, Charlie. Two strangers. Stranger danger, right? Remember that. So especially the one in the middle. He's trouble.
That's right. Not for him. He needs to grow a little bit. Put a little more weed, meat on them bones. Hey, Charlie.
You can't know. I've got the headphones in. He doesn't hear you, but
Oh, he didn't feel my love. Dang it.
I can always bring you back. Hey, Charlie.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Listening.
We're all good here. Hello, Charlie.
Hang on, you gotta do this.
Miss Kitty, you got a pet that needs a sweater in Florida?
He said, it smells like earwax, Dad.
Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. He ain't paying us no attention. He don't care. He said, Dad, they talk funny.
You know, I used to really like Ragnarok. You know, I thought we was friends and stuff.
Warm him up a bit. Inside we got the fireplace. Out here in my room we got nothing.
Yeah, because it's cold where you are, right?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
shit.
Well, the temperature right now is. Computer doesn't want to tell me. It's probably it's in the sin. It's Celsius, but it'd be feels like 11. Oh, hang on, it's doing a refresh. Yeah, it's 12 degrees. Feels like 11. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Celsius.
somebody get us a conversion here. What is 12 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit? Come on.
I can't close the web page I'm on.
Yeah,
I can't close anything.
I could do it. Hang on. It's got to be 30 something, isn't it? Was it? I don't know.
I thought we had maybe a chat champion that was going to get in here and get us that conversion.
Here we go.
Figure
Well,
it's about 35, 40 degrees.
50, 53 is telling me. 12 degrees.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Feels like 11.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm getting soft.
yeah.
It's 56 here.
Hey?
56 here, and I'm sitting here with shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah, 63 here.
We've got the wind that comes off from the South Pole, so trust me.
Yeah,
It's cold.
I
Yeah,
get
y'all get cold. You can.
Charlie.
But I don't think y'all really do. Y'all don't really get that cold there. I don't think you do.
I don't know. He had like snow and ice and stuff down there on the coast last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bang. Everybody running about neck and neck. Cubert, she's over on the other side of the country. 57.
yeah.
Ragnarok's 54. I'm 56. You're 64.
And the people on the equator is like, yeah. Y'all got your cold coming. You got your cold. Now you're a little warm. Well, all we've got here is hot. Thanks.
Man, we could have moved to Queensland where it's always warm, but the humidity up there just kills you. I don't like the humidity. Now he's trying
Yeah. Now, South Florida's different. They got a lot of warm.
Oh, man, he's going to eat something here and the wife's going to kill me. Hang on. He's more trouble than what he's worth, this little pooch.
Oh,
Well,
miss-
maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll do a lot better because I get the stuff that comes over from the previous year.
Well, just make some videos. You got gardening going on. Just make some videos.
I understand, but Ragnarok, he done got. He says he got pigs, moose, deer. Well, I can't count none of that from last year. That's what I'm saying. Maybe next year.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you start up with this, you go on and complete the season. You ain't a knucklehead or whatever, and you just keep right on going through the fall, winter, and spring, and then show up in next year's competition with all the weight that you've harvested from whatever.
Man, because I can actually harvest more in the fall and early spring before the
Yeah.
season even starts.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But it's not just harvesting videos. I mean, you've got plenty of stuff you can make. You can make
I know.
plenty. You made that foraging video out there. No, that was I was watching Art Wildman out there with his foraging
That's-
mushroom video.
I was watching that Mike's Chaotic Gardening that was in
Yeah.
here earlier.
Yeah,
He had posted something about he got some hummingbird feeders. I'm like, well, dude, one thing you need to get if you're if you're gonna do hummingbird feeders is you need to get some of them ant moats. If you ain't never had hummingbird feeder, you won't understand. But ants find their way up there, you know.
Freedom. The daughter come and grabbed him. I'm relieved of the
So-
babysitting duties, but yep, sorry.
But them ant moats, all it is just like a little bowl, and your hummingbird feeder hangs from it. So when the ants try to crawl down in there, they got to go through a barrier of water, which they can't do. And I got to thinking about it, like, I got all these game cameras and whatnot, and I got all these hummingbird feeders. Maybe that's something. Make some pretty cool videos.
it would.
By the way,
Like, go ahead.
Chris, when did you change from an old man to a young man?
It got hot.
Okay, fair enough. Good call.
Oh,
You definitely look 20 years younger.
But I was like, I could set up my game cameras and record them, and then do the real slow motion thing in the editing, and then just speed it back up and they take off.
yeah. People like to watch hummingbirds. I don't watch a lot of those. They'll folks that have their live stream set up, and it's just watching chickens.
No, I'm not talking about
I
setting
can't do
24-hour live stream thing up.
Yeah, but I don't have a
I've
device. I
seen
can
people do the same thing with fish tanks.
I did
Yeah.
that with the beach. I go to the beach, do an hour, come home, and it's just the beach.
Yeah,
Waves.
it's cool. I just don't have a device that I can devote to just running somebody's live stream like that, without burning up batteries continuously or something, or, that kind of thing.
It's amazing too, the data that gets used. If you want to do a longer video on a quality like megapixels and stuff, like yeah, like a lot of my last lot of videos are like 50, 60 gigabytes or even more.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to make them big. I watched some. I actually did watch some aquarium videos. I had them playing one day while I was doing some work, and there's music going along with it, and you see the fish, and it's pretty cool. I kind of like that, but for actively sitting there paying attention to something, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that very long. No.
I think a lot of that stuff's for people wanting to sleep. They put it on and they relax and they fall asleep in their chair or in their bed looking at their iPad or whatever.
Yeah. Now I can watch live cams like on the beach or in a harbor or something like that where the boats are coming and going. I can watch that for a little while and see people coming and going. It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's going on right now, and I need to be there. But I can't, so I'll just look at it from here and catch the bikinis. Going back and forth. But most of the time, they're too far away. But they're there, right?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, well, I changed jobs not that long back, and I had to oh yeah, see the old hand, by the way. They're all burned off, little skin cancers. Been burnt, and there's one I prepared the month before, where it comes back nice and pink, the skin. Anyway, yeah, I had to shave, had to keep it trimmed. I was trying to grow it a little bit longer. And it was a government office, and they said, no, you have to be a bit more tidier than that. Thank you. And I said, oh, anyway, I'm not
Hey,
there no
Clint.
more. So. Not there no more. Hey, Quint. Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. How you been? Just missed Charlie was out here with his new haircut. But yeah. Anyway, I'm back to what I used to do. Got to get some money. Actually, I'm thinking of coming over this time next year, Robert and Chris, to the. I've got to go to North Carolina for a bit of a promotional thing.
Whereabouts in North Carolina?
Murfreesboro, the pokey little place near
Murfreesboro?
Murfreesboro, yeah, near the river there.
That's close to Greensboro, I believe. That's like middle North Carolina, right?
I think so. Haven't been there before, but anyway, I'm going to go there, but I'm going to try to time it around where that Mid-American meetup thing is next year and spend a week at somewhere and a bit of traveling and a few days at that other thing, and we'll see if I can pass a few people and catch up with someone.
That'll be a neat trip for you.
Yeah, no.
So Robert can just swing up here, get me, and we'll head to North Carolina.
All right. I'll be the one with the bag over my head.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, just empty out Wilson's guts. Whoop. Leave the pokey hair up on top of it. Cut you some eye holes.
Oh. Yeah. I'll be the one dressed like a sheep. I'll be all covered up, in my wrap, a Jedi look, I look like one of the sand people, Sandman. Won't be able to see nothing.
Right. So you've been incognito all this time.
I have tried, and I failed gloriously the other night doing a live stream.
Yeah, that's what me and a few others in here keep hearing. But
When someone said you flashed at the last live stream, I just left that alone. I didn't know where to go with that comment.
Yeah, it was not good. They saw my pepperonis. Okay, it was. I'm sitting over here naked, and then all of a sudden, I'm showing the screen of my tablet, right? We're looking on the screen. I'm doing the little, what do you call that on there? The Geo Earth or the Earth thing, whatever it is, with the globe and zooming in on places where people are, and
Yep.
highlighting and talking, right? And the screen goes black because it timed out from not being messed with. And so I went from nobody be able to see me to my tablet becoming a mirror. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm seeing myself. Why am I seeing myself? Oh no. So yeah, there were they saw too much. So now I'm a little skittish about going live. I have to do something there. We got to have some security measures in place. Yep.
So, why don't you want to show yourself? Or is that too personal?
Well,
That'd be
every
better
time I
looking.
show myself, somebody melts their vows. Right? They say, "Oh, I've got to go to Robert's place." I'm like, "Oh, don't go to Robert's place."
I'll just show feet. How's that?
Some people have got it. Some people haven't.
I'm very
Just-
bashful. I'm shy. Shy. And started out doing that and, just being behind the camera because I was kind of shy. And then it was just kind of stuck, So now I guess it's my thing. I'm the unknown YouTuber or one of them. There's a bunch of people out there that don't show themselves. And so I'm okay. And if there's only one, if it's only me, then that will be fine.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry to hear that, Quint. I hope you're on the mend, brother. But yeah, well, it's I've got the perfect head for radio. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it seems to be Ragnarok.
I've been told that for a long time.
Well, I've always heard I had a voice for radio. So that's why you don't see my face. Right?
See, Gardening Warrior Q. I agree with you. See that comment?
Yes, I'm afraid of scary stalker groupie ladies. Sometimes they travel in herds.
Yeah, they're in packs. They hunt in packs.
They hunt in packs. One of them gets you. You get distracted by the one, and then the clever girl gets you.
And then the others take the breadcrumbs.
Yeah. There ain't nothing to see here, and most people saw that. I'm just an old guy over here with furry chesticles, and just that's what they want to look at. Have to check out my OnlyFans, and I'll show you more.
Yeah. I'll just stick to feetfinders.com.
Yeah, feetfinders.com.
Oh man, that made me laugh. I got a cough when that happens.
You're gonna ruin a mic.
Turn that one off over there.
So I posted a video where I was stomping around in a bunch of mint with my bare feet.
Yeah.
And everybody made a big deal about my feet. I'm like, yep, find me on feetfinders.com.
Gotcha.
He paid for it. He paid for it with chiggers.
You should go to Italy, mate. They love it over there. Doing the
actually.
what do we got?
It does make me wonder, how did you do with the chiggers after that little barefoot romp you had out there in the grass?
I didn't get any.
What? I guess you squished all that mint juice in between them little piggies, and that kept all the chiggers off of you.
Probably.
That's the Tennessee state pest right there, is chiggers. Yeah. Gardner Josh and his unisex feet. I was like, wait a minute, is this a girl's foot or is it a guy's foot? What am I looking at here? I can't tell if I'm turned on or not. God, paint them things.
Oh man. So I just looked at 0 is 32, 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. So how cold will it get at your place? Tian just said you had ice and snow on the beach there. So does it?
yeah, we had frost here the other day for the first time because we're so close to the water. We're not supposed to get frost. We didn't
Yeah.
we didn't get any last year, but we had a cold morning the other morning, and yeah, it was quite. Ice was all over the car windows, and frost was on the shadowy sort of parts where the sun couldn't get to. And
Now here's a question for you: How many times do you just get you a cup of coffee? And I know you had to have done it. All right, cup of coffee in the morning. You're hanging out, maybe 2 or 3 cups. Or a glass of tea or a beer in the evening or whatever, and you're sitting there looking at that magnificent view you have from your place.
yeah,
Incredible view.
yeah, no, it's what. Yeah, well, I never drink coffee. I'll just start with that. But yeah, no, you get up in the morning, you sort of see the ships coming. The ships coming in is good because they're long. It's a slow process. So it's quite relaxing. We got a sunroom. We got the lounge room and the sunroom and the bedroom upstairs that all look forward towards the water. And then downstairs is 2 other bedrooms looking towards the water, plus like a utility room as well. But yeah, it's you do get used to it, but it is like I like it at nighttime when it's dark, when you see the lights of the city and everything that's black, is water, and you just sort of, I don't know, it's just, and then you see a ship coming in the middle of the night, it looks like an alien, like these lights are just coming towards in the darkness, and then you see the 2 little lights going out there, the tugboats. But yeah, no, that's why we bought the place. Well, what did I do? We're probably not going to stay here forever. Yeah, we're probably here for another 10 years, I'd reckon, and then we'll probably go somewhere flatter. But it's pretty hard to find around here, let me tell you.
Yeah, in Tasmania, the only flat place is at the beach, just about.
If we went down to Launceston, which is a big city where the airport is and a few other places down south, that's south. Well, I'll show you south. That is, yeah, south. Well, southeast. That's more of a normal city sort of landscape. It's sort of not big hills, but everything's sort of pretty much level and flat. But it's not a pleasant place. I mean, it is a nice place, but it's too urbanish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like this town I'm in here. This city, they call it a city, but it's 25,000 people spread out over a big area. So it's quite small, really. But we're right in the heart of it, to be honest. And that's what I mean. It's quite surreal as you're in the middle of the city, but you got all this wildlife jumping around you.
Yeah, well, you're kind of removed a little bit from the urban part of the city, though. I don't know. I guess they probably got lots of apartments or something down in the city.
Oh, there are. Yeah. There's not many apartments, to be honest. But like behind the hill here, at the back of the hill, there's a house, and that house is on the main street, like another street at the back, and there's just suburbia going the other way. So it's
Well, that's not
That's-
too bad. Not too bad if it's just, suburbs kind of thing, you know, a
yeah.
small place.
Well, there's like you drive 5 minutes that way and you hit the farms. You know, you're out into. But like what I'm saying is that the kangaroos are surrounded by houses but they live on this sort of ridge line. Yeah, but anyway, that's how this conversation started.
Yeah. We have a big town. It's actually a university town. It's about 35 miles away. And I don't know, I really haven't looked up the statistics in the last few years, but I'd say it's probably sitting at around 35,000. But I mean, it's back to back businesses, but they do have, parks and a lot of areas for wildlife as well.
Mm-hmm. But we've got Kmart, Target, the Coles supermarket, and then there's all the different specialty shops, the government buildings, the pubs and the clubs. There's a club down there.
Yeah.
There's like old pubs that have now been turned into nightclub venues for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, which are quite unusual. You see a lovely old pub, and you think, "Geez, that looks nice. I wonder what goes on in there." And it's a bunch of doof, 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 doof music, and you go, "Oof." That's for me. I go. I don't go into those venues. I go, "Oh man."
Nah, that place, they don't even have a Target. We have Lowe's, which, is like a home improvement store.
Oh, we got a big bunny. Yeah.
But usually, like, a lot of people not too far from us, they have Menards and they have Home Depot. We don't have any of that. Well, we just have Lowe's.
We got
That's
the
it.
reject. We got the reject shop. Have you got one of them over there?
Nah,
Cool. It's a cool brand. The reject shop, where stuff that doesn't go into the big supermarkets. Or
we do have a couple shops where, if stuff doesn't sell at other
Yeah.
places, I guess
That's what
they're
this
like
place-
buying like Chinese pallets or whatever.
yeah, that's what this place is. Exactly like that. Yeah. And there's another place called Ship. Get that right. SHIP. Ship
Right.
Loads. It's
Yeah.
called come in the ship loads and get a shipload of stuff.
Yeah.
That's how they advertise it.
Yeah.
Shiploads. Come in the
We've got
shiploads.
stores like Big Lots and Odd Lots, and secondhand, or not secondhand, but bent and dent. There's places where you can go buy bent cans of produce. Canned beans. It's got a little dent in them or something.
Yeah.
And closeouts, things they quit selling. And they find themselves in the stores like that.
They changed the packaging for a new sort of up by different color or whatever. So the old stuff that they want to get rid of quickly, so they ship it to these franchises, and they, it's like we go there and buy cat litter and all that sort of stuff. It's twice as cheap as if you went into a supermarket.
The cat litter. I mean, we changed the bags. All right, so now the old bag cat litter is like, a third of the price. Well, I don't want that. I want the new bags. No, you're gonna go get that 1/3 price cat litter. It's the same stuff. That's good.
Our stupid cat wants the crystals. Won't do its business in anything else, but it'll do its business, but it won't do it where it should, unless we put the crystals that are perfume scented. So he's a bit of a yuppie cat. Yeah, he's been stuck with us now for years, but he's set in his ways. So if he wants to be clean and tidy, we just look after him.
Well, y'all must have got him started on them little kitty crystals in the beginning, and now
Yeah.
he's like, well, he won't come off of them little kitty crystals now.
No, it's I keep thinking I could buy a cement mixer out the back here, honestly. Chuck them use crystals in there with some water and some perfume scented soaps. Recycle it. I'm sure crystals are crystals.
Yeah.
Are they? I don't know how it works.
Yeah, just tumble them
But,
up, tumble them, screen it, and,
Yeah,
it'd be good again.
you'd think so. I have these strange thoughts about the cost of it, and I think surely you can recycle that stuff as long as it's clean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's nothing in a cat's natural environment throughout the ages that includes perfumed crystals. Okay. They will go take a crap and violate your garden. And so,
this poor cat's never been outside
yeah. So to him,
his whole life.
yeah,
He's
so
never
you
been out.
made your own problem there. Then,
Oh, he got brought to us. The daughter brought him. The daughter brought him home when she moved in with us. Then the daughter went away, and she said, "I'll come back and get the cat later when I'm settled." And I go, "Yeah, all right."
oh,
The
I
cat's still
sent
there.
Robert a picture of a cat, and that was about a month and a half ago.
yeah,
He was in a box trap.
I've caught a bunch of them here.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah. Well, anyway, he comes to you like a dog. You say, "Hey, come here, mate," and he walks up to you and you scratch him on the head, and he rubs against you, and you just scratch him again, pat him a couple of times, feed him. He goes, sleeps in his little spot, sits there, looks out the window. Like the dog and the cat are more entertained with those window views than we are, I think.
yeah, they know where the good stuff is. That's what I was saying.
And Charlie will see something move, and like Mum and Dad, there's someone moving down the front, and people walking down the street look up, and as we're looking down to see. Sorry, hang on. And it entertains him anyway.
I'll be sitting right there with my cup of coffee every morning, and be like you. I'll be sitting there at night looking at them coming down.
Jump on a plane, Robert. There's always a room here for you, mate.
Yeah. It cost me a little bit more than $350 to get down there.
Well, maybe.
It would be fun.
Well, mate, the offer's open anyway.
Appreciate that.
I don't know about Chris. I said I'll get Christy to do some rewiring, but I've had to bring an electrician in. He just wouldn't come over.
I don't know. I can't have cats around here, man, because they get to digging into all my gardens and stuff, and that's not something I want. Not in food gardens.
Yeah.
It's actually in the States. It's not legal. If you know for a fact that cats or dogs are using the bathroom in your garden, it's not legal to sell that at a farmer's market.
Yeah. But it's okay to let the seasonal workers go potty in the middle of a 1,000-acre field of lettuce.
Yeah.
Right? That's how E. coli gets in this bag salad.
Yes. Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you, I added some more water to my hydroponic tank in there on my grow shelf the other day. I didn't realize my water level was so low. Remember I told you that one wilted?
Yeah.
I added some water to it. That stuff has exploded in 3 days.
Well, there's your videos. Don't tell me you're gardening up there and you can't make gardening videos. You're telling on yourself. What the hell are you doing up there? It's like all this stuff booming. You probably got your monster tomato growing like crazy too. There's your video.
No, I ain't got no monster mater this year yet.
I picked up some Tabasco peppers today. I got 6 plants. so I'm gonna
Look,
be
now,
putting
now,
it in.
now Miss Kitty's is like going where you were last year. All lies till we see it. Last year, you with the whole daggone Monster Mater and the Monster Basil, you're like, well, if it ain't on video, it doesn't exist.
That's right. If you're not making a video, you just talking.
The tree falls in the forest and no one hears it. Did it really fall?
That's right. Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I hear you.
That
It's
was
better-
that was one big tomato plant last year, though. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your
Now you're
thoughts on your final thoughts on this?
I'd Jonesy, if it was me, I would try to find out the Latin name for it.
The Latin name for onion weed.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I put in onion weed
Because
in Google,
once you find out the Latin name, you can actually then really truly look it up. I mean, if you're going, there's too many plants in too many different countries that share the same name.
right, let me have a look. Because I'm
And
Googling and my IPN says I am from here.
right,
It says the Tasmanian government. Here we go. Look, Tasmanian government. Hang on.
They're
Onion
gonna-
weed.
yeah.
What is
You're going
this?
to have the
This
correct name.
This is a government's page. Invasive species. So it is declared. Hang on, there's a whole list of it. Yeah, onion weed.
okay.
It's just it says onion weed, and it says how to get rid of it, herbicides for control. Onion weed. Hang on. Onion weed in Tasmania. Onion weed occurs occasional weed on King Island, Flinders Island, and around Hobart. Well, I am miles from all of them places, and it's everywhere here.
No,
Onion weed.
that's not even that's
Onion
not
weed.
even an alias.
It just says, yeah.
It's not even an alien. Allium. Blah, blah. I can't even talk tonight.
Herbicides
But it is
for
an alien.
weeds.
Huh?
Links.
It is an alien, but is it an alien allium? Not even an alien allium. Right?
Questions on weed control. Best results. Do not introduce onion weed free areas, e.g. by falling, washing machinery, blah 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 blah.
Does
The
it
spread
get
of onion-
white and red flour on it?
Yeah, it gets white flour with a red.
With red veins.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Red vein.
So it's Asphodelius fistuliosus is the Latin name. So it's not an allium. Allium.
Weed control. You'd think it would give it a name, wouldn't you? Like I'm on the Department of Natural Resources and Environment page of Tasmania. Invasive
Look
species.
up VRO agriculture.vic.gov.australia.
That's Victoria. I'm in Tasmania.
Looking at one,
Yeah,
which
but
is
it's listed
Lomelia
there.
rosea.
It's listed Tasmanian Department of Primary Industries.
Yep. Okay. Well, anyway, just saying hit it with herbicides. Onion weed is really killed by cultivation and does not have rhizomes or tubers for plants that can regrow if plants are cut below the soil surface, they will die. If plants are cut below the soil surface. However, plants are only partly. It goes on and on forever.
I've got something here. I mean, I've looked, and there's onion weed. There's like 2 or 3 different things so far
Yeah. See, that's
that
the thing.
are onion weed in Australia and Tasmania, and they're different Latin names. That being able to identify correctly that name is a difference in staying alive and making yourself sick or kill you.
Right.
But
There's one that's listed as Romula rosea, which is part of the Irish family.
I'm looking at one here. It's Asphodelius crystallosus.
So the Paddy Melons are leaving it alone because they're smart.
This is from the Department of Natural Resources Environment, Tasmania. Invasive species, onion weed. Does yours have a little white bloom spike that come up?
I usually mow it before that happens. I usually
Okay.
cut it down, but the more you cut it down, they bulb it. They keep spreading the bulbs at the bottom, and
Yeah.
it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. They say dig them out, or maybe I should just herbicide. But
It says it's unpalatable.
okay, well, I'd believe it. Definitely smells like onion, but
Oh, we're watching the great plant stomping live. But that's the
Put
thing.
the,
I mean, just simple plants over here. You'll see people, or even mushrooms. I mean, I've seen the same mushroom called 10 different things.
yeah,
And I mean, it depends if you live on the West Coast or the East Coast or whatever. If you use that name, is it edible or not?
there's the name that I just put that in the chat for
Yeah,
the one that I found on the Tasmanian website.
that's the one
DJ's in here.
That's the one I was reading off a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old way says, you start spraying poison in, then you're gonna have problems growing other stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
easy
right.
enough to dig out.
Yeah, well, we dug out most of it last year. It's just starting to come back in
Yeah.
certain spots, but not the spots that we dug it out of. So the bulbs probably stay underground for a long time.
Let's see, now here's another one I found. It's Asphodellus tenuifolius. So it's still the same family. But then there are some that are like in the Romula family. So I mean, I really don't know. I mean, and
That's where you got to do your own research.
I wonder if would chickens be smart enough to know not to eat it?
They don't normally go for
well,
alligators.
they usually don't.
Mhm.
But
But like when I dug these out,
technically, most of the time, animals do know which plants are safe and which ones aren't. You will get a stupid critter every once in a while that'll eat crap that's toxic. You get some stupid goat that'll eat something that, next thing you gotta call the vet out. But
My
well,
mom, she killed some of her sheep. Right, she had some little pet sheep and didn't know, and she threw some wisteria over there, and they ate it and it killed them. Didn't know that it was toxic. And so many goat type animals are going to eat everything, and you don't figure it's a problem.
it's like old way says, you just probably need to take a sample of the plant to like an agricultural department and
Yeah.
just find out for sure and get the Latin name. I mean, a lot of people, oh well, I don't like Latin names, but I'm gonna tell you that if you know the Latin name, you can find out everything you need to know about it.
That's solid advice for anybody. That's that you learn that when you start doing foraging, especially with mushrooms, and you learn that from dealing with snakes and animals, and because there's a lot of names for plants, a bunch of names for plants and mushrooms, but there's a bunch of names for snakes, and it drives people crazy that are professionals. So get that Latin name for whatever you're looking for, and you cut through all that confusion. Um, you know,
Well, gentlemen, I've been summoned in for supper. I call it supper now. I should be saying dinner, but I've been hanging around too many Americans. You going in for supper? I said, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I just agree now. Yeah.
Now,
But,
what time is it there then? 6 o'clock, 7?
5, coming up to 5. For whatever reason, my wife's always been like a 5 o'clock supper, and then by 7 o'clock, everything's sort of tidied and clean, and everyone's sitting down doing their thing in the lounge room.
Yeah, hanging out, and
Yeah.
and y'all looking at the TV or the YouTube, and there's the whole harbor thing out there that you get to see all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, she bought our TV broke, which is that black thing there. Our TV broke, so I've put it out here before I got to take it to the tip. But her and the daughter went to buy a new TV, and they've come back with a 95-inch big screen, and
95 inch.
yeah, 95-inch. It's too big for the lounge room. It doesn't fit. There's nowhere where we can put it in the lounge room. So it's in the dining room, which is now, I don't know. Anyway, they got to redesign the house to fit the TV.
wow,
That's
that's a big TV.
I've always heard like a lot of like more European and Australian countries have like smaller homes than what they consider normal in the U.S.
well, this
Like
is
a suburban kind of home. But
it's very similar, mate. Like what I've seen, Australia and America are so similar in so many ways. It's unbelievable. you think it's like you go on a plane, you shut your eyes, you fall asleep, you wake up, you go down, you check in, you check out, you get out into the only thing different is the accent. Yeah, there's gum trees, there's trees, there's farms, there's beaches, there's
Right.
beaches, there's mountains. It's very, very similar.
And driving on the wrong side of the road.
Well, that's one thing you got to get used to. Yeah.
Hey, before you go, Jonesy, did you see what South Florida Sunshine put in there for you? Contact Biosecurity Tasmania. She's got a phone number there for you in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you very much.
Be a help right there.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I've had some pretty big houses, but I ain't never considered a 95-inch TV.
That's ridiculous, to be honest, but it's good to watch
bought-
it.
I've got a couple, been like in the 75-inch range, but 95.
How critical do you get of your video content on a big screen TV like that? Like
I don't watch YouTube on mine. Barely. I mean, I'll watch other people like if I'm cooking or something. It'll be playing in the background.
Well, we were talking about what's his name who cooked those smoked sausage, Mike, keto Mike.
Yeah.
His latest video was the sausage thing, and I don't know. He filmed it with his phone, I think, but we watched that on the big screen inside, and the quality of the footage was like on your phone. It looks pretty good, but on the TV, it really changes. So when you do 4K, it looks on that TV. It looks amazing. When you do it, like the video before I got the GoPro was the walk from. I walked from the beach to the waterfall, and I thought I'd done quite a good job. And it's pretty poor footage. Like there's no stabilization when I'm walking. It's bouncing around. It was a nice walk, and it was nice to show people how you can walk from the middle of town to a waterfall in 15 minutes where we live. That was the motivation for the video. But it was a gloomy day as well. It was overcast. But the footage I filmed, that camera, I used 3 cameras on that shot, on that video. And when we watched it on the big screen, the quality was just terrible. And then the wife went and it was April. The wife went and bought me a GoPro for my birthday and said, if you're going to film this stuff, at least do it right. Here's a camera. And I went, well, thank you.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've drove by a waterfall several times in the past week, and it's like, man, I really would love to have the time to drive off over there and like down there and record it. But
Yeah.
I just didn't.
So there's another video I did where I drove along a coast road from Ulverston to Penguin is the 2 towns, and it's right along the beach. It's right along the coast. So I just grabbed the GoPro and I stuck it on a selfie stick, like out through the windscreen, and I wound the window up so it sort of got wedged in there. And I'm just sort of driving along and sort of hanging on to it low, but I'm driving along doing, 50 mile an hour or something. And the footage was amazing. So that won me. That was one of the first test runs I did with it. So, yeah.
Man, I found a website today. I was looking at like U.S. military surplus stuff. I was looking for like backpacks and whatnot. And I found a place where you can buy these things in bulk, like a whole pallet, like 24 backpacks, 6 Sony camcorders, and like 6 canteen sets, all this stuff for like, and they're listing for like $30. But you got to get them shipped from, say, like Las Vegas.
Yeah, right.
And you know, it's a half a pallet, and that's what's going to cost you.
It was the new 11 South Florida Sunshine.
Nah, I thought about buying the 11. I still ain't made up my mind.
And you know how it says, you know how you're always dubious about putting your camera in water, and they all say the new GoPro or the GoPros, they're waterproof, blah blah blah. So I'm walking down the beach. I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a crack. I'm either going to wreck it or it's going to look amazing. So I just walked like to the water, and then you can turn the camera from on a stick that way to that way. But for whatever reason, it still keeps the vertical picture, like it doesn't flip upside down. And then the water, like I had it just above the water, and the waves were only about this high. Like it wasn't like they were in huge waves, but the water come in over the camera, and the bubbles and the seaweed floating around. And I thought, and then when I brought the camera out, like I'd let it down there for a while, brought the camera out, and I said in the take, it's either gonna, I'm either just done something very smart or very stupid, and we're gonna find out in the processing, in the editing.
Yeah, that was one of the things I read about the 11. It was having problems like when you switched. or rotated.
Yeah, that's good how it
E-
fishes.
Even though it's supposed to have a better, stabilization system.
Well, mate, I walk like a baby elephant, so when I walk along, everything's sort of going boom, 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 like this. So when like the wife said on that video, if you're going to film it, at least do it right. And
But I do know, like with the new GoPro with the stabilization system they have in there, they said it kind of stutters a little bit with if you try to go too high with resolution and frame rate. But
yeah, I want to know. I want to find a nice medium that sort of still gives out a good quality picture, but doesn't chew up data by the megabytes, the gigabytes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting yelled at, man. It's coming. I'm glad you can't hear it. I'm glad I got a dynamic mic that, yeah. But nice chatting. See ya.
appreciate
Have
you
a good
coming up.
meal, Jonesy.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen, and everybody else. I have got a waterproof case too, but that's why I thought I was stupid when I done it. But anyway, I need to get a floaty handle because you know what? I'm going to swim with the penguins next year.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll make a pretty cool video. A big whale swimming around with the little penguins. They might start attacking me. But anyway,
You'll be able to fit one.
Good night,
get one
Quinn.
and bring him, get one home, and then I'll be the real Batman because I'll have a penguin. I just thought I'd throw that in. All right, see you, gentlemen, and everyone in chat. Thanks.
Man. All right, Jedi, you got to cover this for about 3 minutes.
All right, I can wreck your channel in 3 minutes.
I'm sure you can. Oh, did you see what Charles posted?
Charles.
Yeah, about the whole thing about mods sharing out stuff.
Uh-uh.
They can actually ban your channel.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
I forget who it was. Somebody shared it.
Is it on Bushcrafty?
It was Bushcraft, Bush Tech. Is that?
Bush Tech? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know he had that channel. But
He's got more channels than Jonesy.
yeah.
Let's check it out.
I did go ahead and watch it, and there was something about, your mods can now, if they share like outside links that are not YouTube approved, they can actually ban your channel. So anyway, I'll be right back.
All right, Dan. Okay, chat. What are we going to do for the next 3 minutes that can get his channel shut down? I guess I could take the camera off and disrobe here, have sausage party. That would do it. But it's kind of late. Sounds like too much work. Yeah. Okay, good night, Barry. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the AM. This late night stuff, this vows of no sleep because you have a YouTube channel, they getting old with me. I'm ready to find that bed on a more early and more frequent basis. No sausage parties. That's a good vote right there. I appreciate that. We'll not do that. That was my big idea too. I can't think of anything else to do. Three minutes of me being the hero up here, not much time. Can't do a whole lot of tricks or anything. Can't even sing a long song or any song really. just sit here and wait. Got to get the Bud Light out of his system. Yeah. All right, Barry. A plant party? You just want to see the bush? Yes, I could just reveal my face. I could. Let's see. You want a face reveal? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I can do a face reveal real quick. We've only got 8 people in here. We've got 8 people in here. Let's see. Let me see. Mm. Mm. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. There's Benjamin Franklin. That's a face, right? There's your face reveal right there. Sorry if you can't see it too good. And there's a reflective surface. I gotta be careful. Okay, we're done. There we go. That's me. There's your face reveal. Put the wonderful electrical tape back over that nasty little lens, and to prevent any unwanted reveals. There we go. I did a face reveal while you were gone.
I seen.
You saw it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's the Liberty Bell. It's Turkey over Eagle, Bill Ben Franklin. Yeah, yeah. But on the back of the Benjamin Franklin $50 is a Liberty Bell. Yeah, and Barry said he said goodbye. He had to go.
Nah, he was leaving soon.
Yeah. What does he say?
Him too.
Yeah, he's tuckered out.
So, you got any plans tomorrow?
Well, of course, I've got plans. I just don't know what they are yet. I'll wake up at 2:00 again. There won't be many plans. I always have plans. They're just not normally what somebody else wants me to do or thinks I should be doing. And that's okay with me. What about you? You gonna make any gardening videos?
I'm going to try to do some gardening tomorrow, but we're supposed to get rain tomorrow.
Do some burning? What are you gonna burn?
We're supposed to get rain tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, if it doesn't rain, I'm actually going to do some gardening.
Okay. You gonna make a video?
Yeah, I might.
Yeah. Your hydroponics is set up inside, though, isn't it? Out of the rain?
He said he's planning on talking to Ragnarok tomorrow. He knows I leave comments almost every day.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Ragnarok and I, we got to talk about the, it's the get the kids section, the youth division kicked off. For
Is that what y'all been kind of discussing in the comments?
yeah, we've been needing to talk. And
Well, I had told him I thought about sending his kids some seeds, but the seeds I was considering sending him for his kids were them my Monster Mater seeds.
Yeah.
But I haven't. I probably shouldn't say this because I've got all this enclosed in a letter to him. But it's I haven't tested germination on them, and you know how you ferment tomato seeds a little bit
yeah,
when you harvest them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if they're viable or not.
well, I'll tell you what, I'm hearing some great things out of people on that way that John saves his tomato seeds.
Yeah.
For next year, and it's pretty amazing. He just freezes them. He freezes them, takes them out, and then
Freezes tomatoes.
yeah.
Dude,
He'll
I've probably got like 4 gallons of tomato in like gallon Ziploc bags in the freezer.
Yeah, it'll probably work. I'm not sure if he cuts them in slices before he freezes them for that. But when you take it out of the freezer, you put a slice of tomato right there. It's good to go. The freezing process handles that.
I hadn't watched that video, but I have like San Marzanos and all kinds of stuff in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I usually just pull them out and let them, come up to room temperature, and then I peel them and use them what I'm going to use them for.
Yeah.
But I hadn't thought about using the seeds after they've been frozen.
Yeah, you might give it a try. I have seen some people using that method, and it works. I don't have a whole lot of space here for doing a whole lot of things like that. Don't have the.
Oh, dude, I was about to beat my old lady tonight, though.
Really?
And we don't argue.
But if she gets into your Bud Light, that's a different thing right there.
Oh, shush your dirty mouth. I come down to my shop. Now, I ain't really been down here for a few days because of going out yonder and working on this stupid pool. But I come down here tonight and I went to give me some ice in my cup. My freezer was open.
Oh no.
And I ain't been in my freezer. And I was like, and she had told me, well, I bought this. Well, I get to looking and I'm like, well, that's new. So yeah, she shoved all this stuff in there and my freezer was open. It wasn't open enough to like defrost anything, but it was open enough to where it's got snow all over everything.
Oh, that little crack, something a little too high in there.
I'm like, daggone it, woman. She's like, well, I stood down there and make sure it was closed. I'm like, yeah, but then stuff started moving and shifting. You had stuff packed right there by the door. Yeah, I was ready to beat her.
Have you seen the things that they do with the deep freezers, where they turn them in? What do you call it? Horizontal deep freezer, whatever. Not the stand-up kind, but
Like
they'll make them into,
like a chest freezer.
Yeah, chest freezer. That's the word. And turn them into a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same where they're using them to make an ice maker too.
Huh.
There was homesteading guy. I think he lived down in Florida. He made like a big long series of videos about making a nice machine out of a freezer. Took a lot of controls and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I think he made like 6 videos out of it, and then it turned into building a pole shed into a house, kind of almost like what Laura and them were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of wonder if that's where they got some of their ideas.
I
But
don't know.
anyway, just I don't know. I don't watch the filler anymore.
Yeah. Okay, we lost Carol. So good night, Carol. If you're
Yeah.
still here, or if you're gone, either way. South Florida sunshine.
Yeah, we still got Ragnarok and always
Yeah.
just it's all this.
Still got me.
Yep.
I'm
All
struggling.
all this gardening people.
Yeah. I'm struggling though.
All right.
Let's see, Barry, he said he had to leave. Who else we got in here? There's some people just sitting there not talking. Quint left. Says we've got 6 people watching, so we've got some quiet people too, and that's okay. You're always going to have that. I did a face reveal. It looked like we even lost Q too. She didn't get to see the face reveal.
Yeah, she said she was on the bed too, so she had.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And I guess we about may as well just shut her on down.
Yeah, it's about
Ragnarok says he's got hobbits about to wake up soon. My old lady, she'll be up 2.5 hours. So me and my dog will be up. She'll be up soon.
We haven't heard your rooster tonight. What's wrong with that rooster?
I've been inside.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
As soon as I go out there walking around,
he's going off.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Well, it's been fun. I enjoyed it. And
all right, brother. Appreciate you coming up.
Yeah. Y'all be good, everybody in the chat. I'm off this screen. I gotta get them. I just remembered I got them peppers. They're still sitting in the car. If I don't get them out now, that they will be sitting in there, and I'll have roasted pepper plants tomorrow. So, anyhow, y'all be good.
All right. Yeah. Well, y'all have a good evening. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you. And hopefully y'all have a great Memorial Day weekend. As Ragnarok would say, be well.